Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Take it away, Connor. Connor's having some. Oh, well, Connor's having some technical difficulties. So yeah. This is my first time on the Wide World of Wrestling podcast. Even though my first time was at the Royal Rumble earlier this year. So without being said, as I had mentioned, welcome to. Oh, Mr. Jacob is on.
Welcome.
I said the introduction, but I'll say it again anyway. It's just welcome to Monday Night Raw.
Thank you all for joining us this evening. We have two triple threat matches for Money in the Bank qualifying.
Yep.
That's going to be huge.
And you know what else? And I know Connor's been respecting this man for a little while now, but either Chad Gable's going to get his ass kicked, or is Chad Gable going to make it to the big leagues?
Yep. Rad says should be must see. I agree.
He may.
Two top notch qualifying matches. This is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to the women's qualifying match. To be honest.
Yeah. 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 This is probably my first ever WWE. Well, even though this is the Wide World of Wrestling podcast, this is also my first Monday Night Raw. Live reaction.
Yep. Welcome to the wide world of wrestling, Chris.
And look at this. I think they're in Indianapolis, Indiana tonight. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I remember. They're doing the three-way biggest events next 2026: WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam. If I recall.
Yep. You got it right.
And look,
They have been selling out lately, back to back lately. They have been selling out everywhere they've been going lately, which is I think is a I don't know, I think they've broken a record, their own record as far as sellouts this year.
yeah, and looks like Pat McAfee is out. The Miz is in for the night.
I'd rather have Pat, but yeah.
Well, The Miz and Michael Cole have been getting along though. Well, back in the 2010s, when Michael Cole was feuding with Jerry Lawler, former WWE, well,
Yeah.
WWE superstar. Oh,
Oh, Pat McAfee grew on me though. Jesse Jesse says Pat's in the
that's Drew
Wyatts.
McIntyre. He just walked by.
Oh, I saw that.
I thought he quit, but now he's returned to SmackDown in front of
No,
CM Punk.
McIntyre hasn't quit yet. He hasn't finished. But did you see SmackDown?
I did see the end of it though when he tarnished CM Punk right in front of his hometown.
Yeah,
Now they're
that was like in the middle of the show, I think.
well, technically that makes it even for both of them. CM Punk screwed Drew McIntyre out of his hometown. Drew
I
McIntyre
mean,
decided to give a payback in Chicago.
yeah, they're pretty much even now as far as that. But I mean, you think about it, who started this whole thing? You know,
Well, I ought to give. Well, CM Punk is the one who started all of this though between him and Drew McIntyre, and it
I'm
looks
pretty
like
sure it was Drew that started the whole thing.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know anything about Drew McIntyre except the first time I saw him in WWE, he was known as the Chosen One. Well,
Yeah, he was handpicked by Vince, I believe, to be the quote unquote chosen one.
And then then he became, and then they buried him because he was under 3M, 3MB and all that.
I wonder why Jeff Jarrett never said anything about him being called the chosen one. That's
Well, Jeff Jarrett did. Well, you're right. Jeff Jarrett was originally, as he said on WCW one time, I am the chosen one.
don't
Yeah.
piss him off.
Yeah. Oh,
Right, I'm
There
back.
he is.
there he
So
is.
there was some technical difficulties there, but yeah, it wasn't much of an intro. But everyone, thanks for watching. Well, welcome to the Wide World of Wrestling podcast. Yeah, we got Chris with us tonight. He's normally not on here tonight for the Wide World of Wrestling, but he's with us tonight for Raw. As you guys know, this is the sister channel to the All Elite Zone. Completely different channel for everything except AEW mainly. And we're back for Raw. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. But anyway, I know the introduction was not that good. I'm not gonna do it again, but I can say this. Ask Connor this. What did you think when I did the Welcome to Monday Night Raw? Then
I didn't get to hear it really because my stuff was going in and out. I'll go back and watch it though.
Well, I did say, I'll say this, and I'll say it nice and slow. I'll say it nice and slow. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Take it away, Connor. Ha!
Nice and
Never a dull moment with you, Chris.
So Pat McAfee is not on commentary. And Michael Cole said he doesn't want to get into it. And Pat McAfee had a show today and the lights went out or whatever. They abducted him.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool how they're incorporating that into his podcast. That's pretty cool.
Larry and AJ.
What does that even
Larry,
mean?
Larry is his dog and AJ is for AJ Lee, his wife.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh boy, CM Punk is not going to be happy when he sees that on TV tonight.
He needs to bring out Larry with him when he comes back.
Sick him.
Yeah. And
Larry will destroy Drew McIntyre.
and speaking of this, speaking of which though, Connor, when me and Mr. Jacobs were on the air, we were discussing about how did Drew McIntyre quit and came back. Well, for one reason, as I have mentioned to Mr. Jacobs, CM Punk screwed Drew McIntyre of his home country. Drew McIntyre decides to make a payback to Chicago. Ain't that right, Mr. Jacobs?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they went tit for tat there.
So that
I'm
makes
pretty sure. Yeah, I think Drew started this whole thing though by running his mouth about him.
Well, I'll give you I'll give you that.
And then he let CM Punk get in his head, which cost him the title at WrestleMania, and he's been on a warpath ever since.
I wonder if they're gonna meet at SummerSlam.
Actually, what I just see. I think that's what they're going to be building towards.
Yeah,
Punk
probably.
And Connor will be right there on the spot though when he sees that match.
That'd be awesome.
I think they might do a few matches, at least 3.
We already do know Gunther is going to make his World Championship match appearance against Damian Priest or Seth freaking Rollins.
Is he going to be in the Money match? Is that what he's saying right here, or?
I don't know.
You shouldn't be saying this stuff because you said that before Clash of the Castle, and look what happened. Punk's going to cost him a Money in the Bank. You watch, he's going to be right there, just about to grab the briefcase, and Punk's going to come out of nowhere and knock him down or something, and he's not going to win.
And that's Drew's mistake. He's letting Punk know what he's letting Punk know what he's going to do. He's letting him in on his plans. That's why Punk keeps interceding on everything that he does because he's leaving breadcrumbs.
I don't want to see anyone defend Drew McIntyre because that's all. He did it to himself at WrestleMania. He did it to himself at Clash of the Castle, and now he's doing it again to himself. You watch it. If he has to go into a qualifying match like everyone else, but if he wins, he's not winning the Money in the Bank. You watch. He's going to be right there. Almost have it. He has it right in his hands, and Punk's going to knock him off the ladder.
I know
I
what you
guarantee
mean.
you. I wish someone would bet me money on it. Well, no, I don't actually, but fake money. We can do Monopoly money, and then we can bet.
Monopoly money.
I know what you mean.
Oh,
But I feel like if he tapped into that Scottish psychopath, he would, because the Scottish psychopath wouldn't tell anybody what he was going to do. He would just attack,
if I was
and
them, I would do.
he'd get the job done. I think if he tapped into that side of him, it'd be. I think he'd have one up on CM Punk.
If I was them, I would do Punk and Drew at SummerSlam, and I would probably have Drew McIntyre win because he really needs a big win. And then supposedly in October they are bringing back Bad Blood, and it's supposed to have the Hell in a Cell match. It's supposed to be like the 25th anniversary of the Hell in a Cell match. Have
Oh
Punk and
yeah.
Drew at Bad Blood, a bloody match, and Punk wins. And then have the final match at Survivor Series where he returned to WWE at. They at least gotta have at least 3 matches, at least 2 or 3. Punk and Drew. They can't just have just one match. This reminds me of Punk and a little bit.
Yep. I mean, you have a long-term story right there.
The Wyatt Six.
No, we only saw 5 of them. This is a question I wanted to ask to us and the viewers. Who do you guys think the 6th member is? Do you think it's Alexa Bliss and he'll come back eventually, or is it Bray Wyatt, the leader of the whole group?
It's Alexa Bliss, gotta be.
It could be either one. I don't know. If it's not either of those two, I don't know who it could be. I think it's either Alexa Bliss or Bray Wyatt.
I thought, well, no, we all do.
You mean like somebody playing the Fiend?
Well, maybe not that. Like the in memory of Bray Wyatt, maybe like something like that. Like he's which they could technically have him in this feud, just not
A hologram.
Oh shit. Chad Gable. But what else? Yeah.
No, but if I was a betting man, I would say it would be Alexa Bliss when she makes her return.
It probably should be Alexa Bliss. But if it did Bray Wyatt, they could technically still have him. They could technically do it like Matt Hardy was talking about, just having like a hologram of Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, exactly.
And him being the 6th member, possibly. Okay, we're starting off hot tonight. We got Braun Breaker and Ludwig Kaiser. If anyone's been watching Braun Breaker recently, he's been going through everybody. He literally put Ricochet into, like, you watch what's going to happen. Braun Breaker literally killed Ricochet, and they put him in an ambulance. He sent that ambulance all the way to Jacksonville, Florida, to AEW.
He did the Shane McMahon, the whole Shane McMahon moan, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know if you remember whenever Kevin Owens powerbombed Shane McMahon backstage on SmackDown. He's landing on some ladders, and Shane McMahon was like, oh my God, oh my God. I think they're pushing him right, though. I mean, he's this dude that has a huge chip on his shoulder, and they turn him into this monster. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, Braun Breaker he'll be a world heavyweight champion, universal champion. He'll be a world champion. I give it 2 to 3 years. He'll be a world champion, or maybe not even that. It's not going to be long before he's a world champion.
I believe that.
The only sorry.
I will say
Go ahead, Chris.
Like he talks like Scott Steiner, but he wrestles like Rick Steiner. But I
was just thinking that.
Like you ever hear him talk, that's Scott Steiner, and his wrestling skills are a little bit like Rick Steiner, but a lot of the moves that he does, Rick Steiner couldn't even do. Like his speed, like if you ever seen him run across the ropes, like even Michael Cole said, he goes 25 miles per hour when he runs the ropes.
Yeah.
And like he does the Frankensteiner, he does all these moves that Rick Steiner couldn't even do. But he wrestles a lot like Rick, and his voice is just like Scott Steiner. I don't know how, but it's just
It's hilarious. I couldn't even get in King of the Ring. I couldn't get in it.
Here's no
Not fair.
The only thing I know, I know I always say this. The only thing I know about Braun Baker was he is the father. I mean, he is the son of, Rick Steiner and the nephew of Scott Steiner, which we already know that.
Yeah.
A former NXT champion, and plus he is now. How does Michael Cole say, the badass dog? Or is it something different? I forgot.
He played college football too, I believe.
Yeah, he played just like his dad and uncle.
Yep.
Besides, yeah. Look, I know we're on commercial right now, and I know we're watching WWE and all that, though. But I gotta step out of the WWE zone for a second. You guys heard about what happened to? I don't know if we're talking about this or not. This is my first time. Too Cold Scorpio.
Oh yeah. I didn't read up all the details, but I've seen someone posting our group page that he had gotten arrested. Show his mugshot.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna speak on it until I knew exactly what was going on.
And I met Too Cold Scorpio in November of 2021. He was a really very, very nice guy. So I don't know. I don't know what really happened. If anyone knows, I guess let us know.
It's just the only thing. Well, I know Too Cold Scorpio, or what do they call him? Scorpio, or Too Cool, or whatever. I don't know.
Too Cold Scorpio.
He did tag team with in WCW with Buff Bagwell, Marcus Bagwell back then.
Yeah.
They were the tag team.
He was Flash Funk in the WWF.
Yeah. I remember his theme, though. His song goes like, Flash, you are so funky.
But yeah, not sure of all the details of that one.
Yeah.
All right, I got to show the Creed brothers going in that locker room. They don't. It's a missed opportunity.
Frankly shocked that he is even here today. Aside from the apparent wound on his forehead, I've yet to confirm
There's a wound on his forehead.
that were, of course, sustained during that
They probably put some makeup and stuff and made it look like a bruise or something.
I will continue to press for more updates.
I think Chad is traumatized.
Chad and the other victims.
He teased it on Twitter. He posted like a zombie something. This is gonna be a massacre.
Yeah.
But Ludwig Kaiser has done he's pretty much held his own in singles here lately. A few weeks ago, Ludwig Kaiser beat Sheamus. Clean too. He didn't cheat to win. He beat Sheamus clean. They broke up Imperium. Vinci's on SmackDown. They haven't seen him any. But Ludwig Kaiser's been doing a lot of singles, and he's pretty much held his own. But I don't know if he's going to be able to hold his own against Braun Breaker. So yeah, here it is.
I don't know about that one.
He held his own against Sheamus, but Sheamus ain't Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's a whole other
Breaker
animal.
really wants the WWE main roster championship.
With all due respect, it appears you're still visibly upset about the events of last week.
I wonder if they do a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Sammy, Breaker, Sheamus, Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
They're still going to have Chad Gable win that belt eventually. They can't keep building him up, and then he loses and loses and loses and loses.
I am destined for greatness.
Let's just see if Chad Gable's going to get the win tonight to go up to the big leagues, like like I said to Mr. Jacobs earlier on, or is he just gonna bail out?
Yeah, he is going to be in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. It's Chad
Yep.
Gable, Braun Strowman, and Bronson Reed. He went against Braun Strowman last week and lost. The only way he wins is unless the Creed brothers help him win. Or not unless he just comes back and he got hypnotized by that Wyatt Six and he comes back, Perk Angle or Perk Gable, and he just you just see a whole other being of Chad Gable. He just kills everybody.
That's
That
the way to
would be
look at it.
that'd be pretty cool though. That they all hypnotize all those people in there and then they made them stronger than now. But I thought that would be too supernatural though.
I mean, they went. I mean, they kayfabe killed off some people last week. I mean, I think they went past that kind of that threshold.
I just don't want to see him get too crazy with it. Like I remember the time that Alexa was shooting fire out of her eyes against Randy Orton. Like that's not.
Yeah.
It needs to be real, very different. I don't know how you do that.
Whenever Randy murdered the Fiend, that was pretty sick.
Stuff like that is realistic because Randy Orton lit the whole entire casket on fire when Undertaker was in it. Not really, but realistically, you could do that to someone. Shooting fire out of your eyes is impossible. Stuff like even some of the stuff in Attitude Era wasn't realistic, but like Kane he can bring fire to the ring and
Kane had fireballs too.
Oh yeah.
Or
You know what else?
Fireballs.
I'm sorry.
Let's.
I almost forgot though. WWE SmackDown's coming to the Madison Square Garden. I think this Friday.
Yeah, they just showed that on the. Hopefully, they have the old-fashioned Madison Square Garden entrance, like the little small entrance like you would see for the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, or
Yeah.
like they used to have the small ramp.
You mean like the entrance straight through the ring from the main camera?
Yeah, like they did it for the Royal Rumble 2008, and they did it for it was Triple H and Mick Foley one year.
Royal Rumble 2000. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember they did Monday Night Raw back in 2009. I think it's November.
I really like that match with Triple H and Mick Foley at Madison Square Garden.
You mean
As a
Triple H?
kid, I used to watch that all the time.
You mean Triple H and Mick Foley's alter ego Cactus Jack?
Yeah, it's still Mick Foley. Technically, it's not Mick Foley, but
Tomato.
And let me say this though. I watched this recently. Did you know that Mick Foley was the first man to kick out of the after a 2 count on the pedigree?
I didn't know that.
I did. I watched it though. No one ever kicked out of the pedigree for how long? 4 or 5 years until Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, was the first man to kick out.
I didn't know that. I was interesting fact that. I knew for a while that it was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He was using it for a while. And he would just beat everybody.
The Connecticut Blue Blood.
Does that someone's wrestling name?
Well, technically, that's his nickname goes. Well, that's Vince McMahon would.
That was like his first gimmick, or whatever.
Damn, I would have totally taken that as if I was wrestling. I would take that.
Well,
he was in WCW too. I think his name was like Terror Rising, something like that.
Yeah, and did you know that during his early WWE career, his finishing move was the cutter until they had to change it to the pedigree.
Oh, that looked like it hurt.
Okay then.
Damn, they're muting it.
That kind of looks familiar, kind of like CM Punk did it to Chris Jericho.
Yeah, Braun Breaker's been doing this here recently. Like every week he's been. Well, at first it was a squash match. It's like he went against that one jobber dude and he made it last. Like he would took what he was given and made it worthwhile. He destroyed that dude.
Yeah.
He sent him in a wheelchair and then he just murdered him. And week by week we've been seeing. Well, if you watch NXT, you know what he can do. But each week they've been putting him in more serious matches, and we know what he can do now. And last week with Sheamus, he did that move, and he goes overboard with that. You don't think you think that he's going to go for a different move, but when he does the move, he goes flying.
It's impressive, honestly. Really.
And the fans were chanting "Holy shit!" Speaking of that, Triple H said on Pat McAfee show that when Raw goes to Netflix, it will no longer be a P. I think this is already pretty obvious, but they're not going to be like they won't be censoring stuff like that. So if the fans chant "Holy shit" or any kind of chants, they're not going to censor it. So us fans will be able to hear everything.
Awesome.
And he also said that Raw will be. It kind of already is going into more of an edgier product, like with the Liv Morgan and Dominic stuff, and Punk and McIntyre, and Raw's kind of already getting a little bit more edgy. But when they go to Netflix, we're supposed to really, really turn it up edgy. I don't know what he means by that, but I'm curious to see. What.
If it's any indication of like the end of like Raw from last week, if that's where they're going, that's the direction they're going. I'm in.
Yeah, like the past few weeks, even before WrestleMania, they've been having a lot of. Not every episode is top notch, but pretty much every episode is better than what Vince was doing. Like it's more watchable now. It's more enjoyable. Like the episode that had Punk, McIntyre, and Rollins, like that. All three of them had that segment together.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the episode, they had Rock and Cody. The Rock beat up Cody Rhodes while it was raining outside or whatever. Like that felt edgier. Like every week they've been getting a little bit more edgier. Like the Liv Morgan stuff or the Punk and McIntyre. Rhea Ripley when she was on there. Like every week they've been getting more edgier, but I think they're going to lead up to it. Then once they finally go to Netflix, they're going to turn it up a notch.
You mean turn it into TV 14?
Pretty much, like they kind of already are TV 14, but they're slowly turning it up. Like they're getting more edgier each week, and then once they get to Netflix, golly, I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see the first episode on Netflix. Because normally, the first episode when you move to a new network or a new platform is a big episode.
You mean like, Connor, I think you froze up for a second.
Oh, come on. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. Yeah, we can still hear
you.
Your damn mouse is froze up.
Technical difficulties will never escape them.
Yeah.
You know, one match that I was so surprised that people weren't into was Braun Breaker and who am I thinking of? Stroganoff. That match was dope, and people were at the taping or whatever at the TV. They weren't into it. I was like, how are they not liking this match?
I know what you mean.
It's insane.
You there, Mr. Jacobs?
Yeah, I'm here. I think Connor might have to reboot again.
Yeah. It's just you and me for the moment. Again.
He's Breaker. He's just a huge ball of energy right now. He's just running all over the place and throwing them all about.
Well, I don't know what Connor was saying, except
I wish I had that much energy.
I'll say some stuff after this match is concluded. And there it is, Frankensteiner.
So he looks just like Scott when he does that stuff.
It's not a Huna Karana. That's a Frankensteiner, as Mike today would say. Forget you. Oh my goodness.
Oh, jeez.
Well, hope he didn't cut himself.
The hell is that? Oh man, this match got pretty intense though. Oh damn! Right into the stairs.
Oh, Sheamus is back. I don't know if I spoiled it for you, Mr. Jacobs, but Sheamus is back.
Uh oh. What was what was he expecting? What was Lewis expecting coming around that corner? You couldn't see. You couldn't see this big dude with red hair just
It's gonna
running
be a
at
botch.
you.
It's gonna be a botch. Look out! Whoa! I think it's gonna be a triple threat match between these three.
It should be.
Or maybe it might be a triple threat match with a Money in the Bank qualifying match. That'll be good.
Exactly, Rad. I was like, damn. Breakers broke him down, man.
Are those chicken McNuggets that Dom has?
A four-way. That sounds even better. Just, I hope they have Stone Cold for the first episode of Netflix. You know what? You're probably not off. You're probably not off at all. They're probably going to do something huge to celebrate that whole thing. And having them there, that'd be perfect. It's hilarious how much Dominic is now looking like Eddie. I love it. It's funny. It is so funny. Even got the mustache down there.
Carlito did it again.
I don't know how she got. Look, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm gonna find a way to end this.
I wonder what was on that phone.
I think I know what it is, but I'm not.
I'm pretty sure I have an idea of what it is.
Me too.
You're playing 2K24 in the background. That's dope.
You guys having fun? You know as well. You know.
Carlito with the comedy, man. He right on time.
Yeah, I've still been watching it.
I sound like a
Just,
broken record here, but you should have been.
what was? So she sent all this
Enjoy your game.
PlayStation 5, WWE 2K24.
I mean, obviously she's doing this to piss Rita off. Obvious.
Do they even have matches tonight?
There's just so much going on.
I don't know, Dave. All right, next we got the women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Lyra Valkyria, Kairi Zane, and I forget who the other one is in this match. No, Valkyria and Kairi Zane. I'm going Lyra Valkyria in this match.
This should be really good.
Yeah, ever since she's been on the main roster, she's been really good. She has 2 good matches against Io Sky. And then she had a pretty good match at King and Queen of the Ring. Shayna Baszler, that's the other one it is.
Yeah, the cool thing about it is that her story is organic. Her story is it's just it's forming itself. It's like, and I've heard people complaining about how they're not doing anything with her and they're not giving her any cool stories. I'm like, you're not watching. The story is right before your eyes right now. It's like her journey right now.
Yeah, she's been in quite a few with Io Sky a little bit. Uh, but they've used her a lot. Like if Vince McMahon was still in charge, she'd already been forgotten about. But every week they've been using her consistently.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe she might not be getting a match every single week, but she's doing something every week, so she's not forgotten about. And if you watch her NXT stuff, if anyone hasn't, I recommend it. She had a lot of good NXT matches. I went to NXT Vengeance Day in Clarksville, Tennessee, and her match against Roxanne Perez was really, really, really good. That was a really good match, and she's had a lot of good matches on NXT. She's and she's also Irish, so I feel like she's filling the gap of Becky Lynch not being there right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, got a comment. Hey, Chris. Just Clarkson.
Hey, Jesse Clarkson.
Hope that have Stone Cold. That should happen. Like it's normally before I got cut off on my damn computer. Like for every big like when a wrestling show moves to a different network or the platform or something, like they always want to have a big episode. It's like when SmackDown went to Fox, they had The Rock on the first episode on Fox. So the first episode on Netflix, they gotta have something big. And you're going.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say the first episode on Netflix, you're gearing towards not really a new era because we're the internet era, but a new start to Raw, I guess. A more bringing back the edgier part of Raw. And the best way to do that is to have the person who started the edgy stuff to begin with, and that's Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't care what he does. He could come out, drink beer, and then that'd be that. I'd be fine with it. Because
Everybody off and walk away.
maybe they could have him do something with the heels, like someone that just pisses you off. But Stone Cold just gets in there and does his little stuff, and then stunners him, and then does the beer cans, and maybe he can call Samantha the ring announcer in the ring, and they can slam beers together. I don't know, something.
I don't know. Speaking of network changes, though, did you guys know that the NXT is going to CW?
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna be going there in October.
Yeah. Well, at least we all, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
like for the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. Sami Zayn, Breaker, Sheamus, and Kaiser. Probably at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I don't see them holding it off till SummerSlam because I'd have to wait all through July and all through not really part of. I mean, they could hold it till SummerSlam.
I mean, if they did it right, they can stretch it.
Yeah, they could probably do it. I mean, they could give Braun Breaker a shot at the Intercontinental Championship and move it Kaiser costs us Braun Breaker, and that you can just stretch it. They got to make it interesting.
Yeah.
They're going to stretch it out. But
As long as he's breaking people down, I think people are going to watch it either way.
Because either way, I'd like to see Triple Threat. I mean, a better way.
What do you mean?
Okay.
But still, you know.
Oh shit. Oh god.
I'm sick and tired of people getting into my business. Kaiser Sheamus. I would have beat Sheamus last week if it wasn't for Kaiser. I would be in the match.
Oh boy.
You better do something about it.
I'm just get tired of people getting into my business. He sounds so much like Scott. It's hilarious.
Anytime, any place.
Uh-oh.
Money in the, you heard it here.
That was quicker than I thought.
Tell Braun Breaker he's got his match.
Your day might be numbered, Sammy, if no one interferes.
It's official.
If they're going to do a fatal four at SummerSlam, this is the way to drag it out.
Good luck, Sammy, and happy birthday to our general manager, Adam Pierce. Wish him a happy birthday.
So that should be a good
Oh,
match.
I figured his birthday is today.
I didn't know that.
Oh, happy birthday, Adam.
Yeah. And speaking of birthdays, though, just to make this quick, happy anniversary to Connor's mother for being wet.
Being what?
Well, you know, married, you know.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Me too. I thought he said something else. I was like, what?
I meant was wed. W-E-D.
Yeah, I get it. I got you.
Yeah.
But again, to sum it up, happy anniversary to Darla Beasley for being remarried.
Happy anniversary.
Well, her anniversary is tomorrow, but I just want to say it out loud tonight.
Happy upcoming anniversary.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Breaker and Sammy. That should be a good match. I still don't think Breaker wins it though. Something's gonna happen.
Is that a sign that says we want Maria?
Maria. What Maria are they talking about? Is it Maria?
The first Maria that came into the WWE back in 2005 or 6.
I hope not. Nobody wants that.
Maria, you know, Mike Bennett's wife.
I always liked Maria.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know why, but in SmackDown, like in 2007, like 6, 7, and 8, when she was on there, I always liked her. Part of it was probably because of the theme song. I don't know. So for some reason, I always liked Maria. She was always one of my favorites. Probably more than Kelly at the time.
I don't think there are too many people that are. I mean, personally, I was never around anybody that were like huge Kelly fans.
I like Kelly. She could actually wrestle pretty decent. I always liked that Beth Phoenix though. She was really good in the ring.
Yeah, I've always thought she was awesome.
You're talking about Adam Copeland's wife?
Yeah, Beth Phoenix. She doesn't really wrestle anymore. I mean, she came on there with Edge a few times and like mixed tags and stuff. But
yeah,
I think she was in like the Royal Rumble one year.
Yeah, she did into the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, I remember Beth Phoenix. I think it was her got injured in the back of her head. Her blonde hair was a little bit bloody.
Yeah, I know she's done a few things over. I think she's in the Hall of Fame already. I believe.
I think so.
It's either 2019 or 2020, maybe 21.
You talking about her Hall of Fame induction?
Yeah, I believe that she's been in here recently.
2017 or 2018, because I remember the Rock and Roll Express were there too that time.
Yeah, that was the same year that Mark Henry was in. Jim Cornette conducted the Rock and Roll Express. Oh, yeah. That was actually pretty good.
Oh, nice Northern Lights of the bridge.
Here's something familiar with Shayna Baszler. When she walks to the ring, it's like she's got a limp, kind of like Mankind did back in 1996 when he first showed up.
I don't know. She's always walked that way. I'm not sure. I guess it's from all her MMA, all those MMA fights she's been in.
As you said, Mr. Jacobs, she was born this way, I think.
Wait to see what I'm capable of.
Oh man,
I don't know if anyone's seen, but today they announced that the Royal Rumble next year, May 1st, be in Indianapolis, Indiana.
how long has it been since they did anything in Indianapolis?
It's been I mean they're in Raw, like they're in Indiana tonight for Raw, but like
I mean, like
besides
as far
like
as a big
Raw,
pay per view.
yeah, it's been a while. It's been a good while, but they
They're
also
supposed
confirmed
to.
that WrestleMania will be in Indiana in a few years, and SummerSlam will be in Indiana. But it looks like starting in 2026 that SummerSlam will be 2 nights because we know Minnesota will begin SummerSlam in 2026, and it's 2 nights. And they stated today that Indiana will be getting 2 nights of WrestleMania in the future and 2 nights of SummerSlam. So starting of
And
2026, they must be going to be doing SummerSlam 2 nights.
and I do remember they were talking about WrestleMania in Nashville, Tennessee at the new stadium in
Yeah.
2027.
Yeah, I've seen that on the news. That apparently they have it already signed.
We don't know,
that's cool.
but we don't know when yet. All I know is it might be next year of 2026 or the next year after that, which is they officially 2027.
I bet 2026 is in Saudi Arabia. I hope not, though. Like,
Hey,
just,
we're talking about Russ. I'm sorry.
like, just give them Crown Jewel, give them King of the Ring, and not let that be that. Don't give them WrestleMania. If you're gonna give anyone WrestleMania, give it to Puerto Rico or France.
Yeah, like Paris, that'll be perfect.
Yeah, not Saudi Arabia. Nothing against their fans. I just don't want to see WrestleMania there.
Does anyone care about WrestleMania being in Japan?
That'll be different. I'd
That'll
be
be so different.
it would have to be at the Tokyo Dome, I feel like.
Oh, that'll be just like a January 4th show, but different. And we all know,
Yeah.
and if I may recall, WWE is going back to Japan for the first time in a few years, probably since before or after the pandemic hit. Around July 25th and 26th.
Oh, that's cool.
That's Carlito's way. Ah!
You're correct.
All right, dudes. When are they going back? Well, they were just in France for SmackDown and Backlash. So it probably won't be anytime this year, or if they do go back this year, it'll probably be for a house show or something like that. But France proved that they can have a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam or Survivor Series or really anything WWE like. And if you watch the press conference after Backlash, Triple H said that he talked to Nick Khan, and they said that France had just built a new big stadium. And then Nick Khan said stadium, doing with the eyes. So France could be getting WrestleMania in the future. You never know.
Here's
Interesting.
yeah. Anyway, let me see. And they're gonna have a WWE event in Germany called Bash in Berlin
Yeah, it's after SummerSlam.
at the now called Uber Arena.
Uber Arena.
The only thing I learned about in when WWE came to Germany, you guys remember the Owen Hart versus British Bulldog match for the finals for the European champion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watched that at least a few times though. I haven't watched the whole program that I think it was March 3rd of 1997. Right before they go into 2 hours. Or I think they are starting at 2 hours.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that's gonna hurt in the morning. She got her good there.
Right on the elbow. That's going to cause an elbow fracture.
Oh, gotta pull the fast one. Oh, damn. That was a good kick. That was an insecurity, I believe.
Ladies are scrapping tonight.
Ooh. No, that was good. I thought she was going to drop her on her head, but she did that perfectly.
Oh, that's a knee to the jaw. That's going to cause a jaw fracture.
They're killing it, these three.
Man,
Hell yeah.
And we know on
Oh,
SmackDown, Chelsea Green won on SmackDown. She'll be in the Women's Money in the Bank, and Io Sky won on Raw last week.
Here's another thing about. I don't like this Chelsea Green. I know she's married. I don't know if she's still married to Matt Cardona, but
Chelsea Green.
she married
what she
Matt
do to
Cardona.
you, Chris?
Yeah, she's married to Matt Cardona.
Yeah. Why does she have to be such a? I mean, I know that's their storyline and all that, though, and all of her character.
It's Chelsea's world.
I think I know what's going to happen. She's going to try to win the Money in the Bank without her getting involved in the match. She's probably going to do it right before. She's probably going to wait till everyone gets tired, and then she'll be the only one fresh. All the way to the Money in the Bank, win it, and probably cash it in a few weeks or maybe that night.
Good strategy. Like just hide under the ring. No one's looking to go up, and that could be your mistake, Kyrie Lane.
And as the
I think it'd be pretty funny and cool at the same time if Chelsea won Money in the Bank. I wouldn't be mad about it.
And as
We're all living in Chelsea's world.
And as the words of the wise men, that's not a prediction, that's a spoiler. If Chelsea Green wins.
Oh,
By Carrie wins.
what a victory! That was nice. She picked that up. She picked that W up. Going to Money in the Bank. So I'm saying her story is being told right now. It's pretty cool. Now she can be a shoe in for winning Money in the Bank as well.
She could win it. If Tiffany Stratton's on it. If Tiffany Stratton's in the match, she's not winning. Nobody's if she's in it, nobody's winning. She's winning.
It's gonna be Tiffy time.
There's money to be made. Like you can have the pink Money in the Bank briefcase. You can make a lot of money off that.
Merchandising alone, you're right.
Like make a pink Money in the Bank, and then especially for Jey Uso, Yeet in the Bank, have him do his own custom money, like kind of Drew, Damian Priest, and have Yeet in the Bank make a lot of money.
Good thinking, exactly.
Something's gonna happen. I heard Liv Morgan.
Uh-oh.
His camera shot from one segment to another, just like that.
That is cool.
Oh, it's Road Dogg. I don't know if anyone caught that. I don't know if anyone caught that.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, I think I know that person.
You see the big difference since Kevin Dunn is gone. They get so much more. They get so much freedom with the camera now.
That lady looked familiar.
Well, here it comes. How does she say? Daddy's girl.
I remember what she said last week. That Rhea makes her call her mommy, but I'm not going to repeat what she said. If you've seen it, you've seen it. Let's just say that Dominic doesn't have to call Rhea mommy. She calls him something else.
I love Liv Morgan. She is such a good champion right now. I feel like she's playing her part well.
I think on Money in the Bank it's going to be Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega because they've kind of been going at it last 2 weeks. Like Liv Morgan will get involved in Dominic's match, or like their matches, then she gets mad and they go at it. Plus, they're doing all the Money in the Bank stuff, and they really need someone to challenge Liv Morgan because she hasn't defended the title one time, I don't think, since winning it.
Here's something else though in mind though, and I know we're talking about Liv Morgan and all that though. But last Friday night, when Friday Night SmackDown went off the air, did you guys see who showed up in the Bloodline?
Yeah, Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, he destroyed Cody Rhodes. I mean, no offense, Connor, but he just destroyed Cody Rhodes. And after the
I
show
like
went off,
Jacob Fatu. I like Cody Rhodes, but I also like Jacob Fatu. I mean, it's hard not to like Jacob. He's
Right.
he does a lot of things with his body that normally a guy that his size shouldn't be able to do. Like I've seen him get on top of a steel cage and do a backflip. So
you know what else though? Right, I remember watching when Raw went off, SmackDown went off the air. He said he had he had heard two broken ribs.
yeah, and Cody Rhodes still did. It was at an independent show, not in the house show, and he still wrestled even with two broken ribs.
Yeah. I wonder who's going to be next. I wonder who's going to be next in the Bloodline. I was thinking maybe some people. I heard that Rakishi's calling in Umaga's son, the late Umaga's son, Zilla Fatu.
If they, me and Mr. Jacob was talking about this.
Yeah.
But we're always talking about this. If we're going to do the Survivor Series Blood and Guts, the Survivor Series War Games, not Blood and Guts.
War Games.
War Games. This ain't Blood and Guts. It's War Games. It should be 5-on. Normally you can do 5-on-5, 4-on-4. AEW's on 6-on-6, I think. But I like to see a 5-on-5. And right now you got Solo, Tamba, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu. I think the fifth person on Solo's side should be The Rock. Solo keeps on calling himself the tribal chief, but he could end up saying that he runs everything by the final boss before he makes his decisions. And then on Roman's side, you got Roman, the Usos, Hikuleo, who is Tamba Tonga and Tongaloa's youngest brother. And then you have Zilla Fatu, Umanga's son, which Umanga's son, Umanga teamed up with Roman Reigns' brother, Rosie. They had a tag team called the 3-Minute Warning. It was Rosie and Jamal. So there's a connection there that Roman Reigns' brother teamed up with Umanga, which is Umanga's son. So there's a lot of history with that. That's what I want to see. Like, that would be an instant sellout. That would,
without a doubt.
Would probably be the best Survivor Series of all time, probably. If they get The Rock involved. I know he's injured right now. He did something with the movie set. And he's got like a bruise or something, but it's a war games. It's a war games match. He doesn't have to do hardly anything. He can be the last guy on their team to come out in the war games match. He doesn't have to do a whole lot. He can do his, the rock bottom, the people's elbow, and they can do it in ways that he doesn't have to do much. But he's got to do some, but not where he'd have to be carrying the whole match. But I also read a report that some people might not be where they want to be. If you look closely, Tamba Tonga hugged Jacob, but Tongaloa would not hug Jacob Fatu.
I noticed that.
I don't know if they're going to explain that, because there was a report by a news outlet said that there's going to be a lot of twists and turns in this feud. And there's going to be some people, there could be some people that they're not happy where they're at right now. Maybe the Tamba Tonga and them go to Roman, or I don't know. I feel like that they should stay with Solo, because if they wanted to do the Usos versus GOD, they couldn't do that if they're on the same team. So But I'm more excited about this Survivor Series this year.
And they are indeed ready. Over 12,000 jam-packed tonight here in Indianapolis. Michael's Cole joined by one half of the tag team.
But they don't even have to they don't even have to announce The Rock's going to be in it. Like just Solo has a mystery person, then it's The Rock.
Let's talk about the gift that Indianapolis received.
I know Dave.
That's the thing. You couldn't. You're probably not off. You're probably not off at all, really.
That's the best way to do it. Like that would make. Which The Rock said it, when he comes back, he's going after Cody, but you don't have to do that. And I've seen some people want them to put Sami Zayn or Cody Rhodes into this War Games, but if it's a Bloodline Civil War, how would Cody Rhodes fit into that? He's not part of the small family.
Right.
Sami Zayn was an honorable member, but he's not actually blood. So there's ways to. You can still do Cody. I look at Logan Paul in the video chat. What the hell? Yeah, like we were after thinking about doing a early Survivor Series predictions this year. Maybe doing a video on that, like our whole card. But yeah, now there's Morgan.
I know I shouldn't say this, but it's a good thing Dominic is a married man in out of character.
You know, he's got a wife, a girlfriend, and a side chick.
What a life.
He recently got married too.
Yeah. Beautiful wife. You know, Ray wasn't invited.
I would honestly pick Liv Morgan over Rhea Ripley, probably.
Rhea's never gotten you any gifts, has she? Rhea's never cared about you the way that I do. So,
It's kind of hard to choose, honestly.
will
For
you
me, it's not.
please come out
Pretty easy.
to thank me for the gifts?
If I had to choose between the
To
two.
give you one more right
But if I had to
here,
pick anybody,
right
it'd be
now,
Tiffany Stratton.
from all these people.
Good choice.
I
I'd
hope they
give
do just like
Jade
AJ
Moore.
Lee or Daniel Bryan did.
Selena Vega.
Well, obviously not Dominic.
Yeah, it's definitely not Dominic Michael.
I got a gift for everyone.
Does she
here
look like
today.
someone who used to be in WWE, who's now in
And this is
AEW?
shutting you the hell up.
A little bit.
Oh,
I don't really know
I
why
don't
you're
know.
obsessed with
She looks a little bit
Rhea
like
Ripley's
Sasha
sloppy
Banks a little bit with her
seconds.
hair.
Oh, yeah, with the hair. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
And then she came out with the shades, kind of like.
That's actually not why I'm out here tonight. I'm out here.
Oh, yeah, I see a little bit of the boss there. Yeah, you're right.
So while you're running around
She could fool
here
people if she
chasing
wanted
Dirty
to.
D, I'm out here chasing the WWE Women's
Someone's got
World
challenged for the title.
Championship.
Since she's won it, she hasn't defended it one time, I don't think.
Oh, Selena, oh my goodness. I haven't forgotten about my title. This is the most important thing in my life.
So Dominic's not the
I
most
took
important
out
thing to
Rhea
her.
Ripley for this championship.
Ooh, that was a good line.
Put Becky Lynch into early retirement for this championship. So there's nothing that means more to me. Yeah, except Liv, it seems like you're all about having fun. And that fun seems to be all that you're worried about. What's wrong with having a little fun every now and then? What's wrong with having a little fun? Well, I'll tell you. You schemed for those opportunities. And I starved.
No, that Dirty D line was pretty funny. That was just enough to get past the censors and just a little bit under the radar.
Almost like ACDC's line, Dirty Deeds.
You know what actually does sound fun to me? How about you put that title on the line? Huh? How's that sound, everyone? Liv Morgan!
Fans want the title on the line.
Selena Vega for the
You'll probably get your title Nash, but not tonight, probably. That that's what the champion always does.
I'd love to, but I'm kind of something right now, so next week. Okay, bye. Dominic, I'm actually not waiting for next week.
Next week.
Try me. Let's do this tonight.
Who is this? This is Dominic.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. Things are about to get interesting.
Well, this is going to be something.
I gotta hear
Dominic
this.
is the complete opposite of Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
He is the exact opposite.
I swear, man, the internet wrestling community, they're quick, man. I'm already looking on Facebook. They're already making up memes about what did Liv send Dom.
Yes, I got the gifts.
I think it's pretty obvious. Well, we didn't
Yeah,
know,
of course.
well, we know the PlayStation 5 and game stuff, but it was on that picture. I think
I know you love that text I sent you, right? Let me get this for you. What's going on here?
Oh man.
what are they chanting?
If you were too afraid to fight, you didn't have to bring your man out here.
What are
to
they
get in the
chanting?
way.
I can't tell.
Not her man.
I don't think it was something PG.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
If you're
What
going
were they chanting? Did you hear it?
F you something.
Yeah, it wasn't PG. I know that for sure. And
Oh, definitely not.
And they didn't censor it either.
Start to censor thousands of people.
I want to help.
This speech. This happens every
This is
week.
Rich. I want to hear this. What?
I said I want to.
They would not let Dom talk at all.
They couldn't have left.
Guys, let Daddy Don speak.
I know
Uh,
you and mommy have had your differences.
Daddy's gone.
But I'd rather see anyone.
That's crap participation for you.
No. See, if I wanted to hear anything out of you, I would have tossed the coin in your begging bowl. First off.
Ooh, damn.
Really, I don't need your help. Okay, and I don't want you anywhere near my man.
Damn.
And we were talking. Selena from behind. Selena turned things around.
Dominic's got himself into a bunch of trouble.
Liv Morgan taking advantage.
Oh, Rey Mysterio. Oh,
I don't know. Watch sticker eyes off of Liv. That's stupid.
I smell a mixed tag happening.
Interesting.
Potentially, maybe.
Looks like we got ourselves a mixed tag team match. Maybe.
Yeah, I smell a mixed tag.
I can't lie, man. Liv Morgan does have those kind of eyes you get lost in.
Just not like Tiffany.
Oh, they're following them?
Just not, and not like Tiffany's.
Yeah. Liv Morgan's she's the best looking on Raw, but in the entire WWE is Tiffany's right.
Yeah, thanks so much, Cole. I'm
Mm.
still outside of Chad Gable's locker
Tiffany
room.
certainly has a better body. I'll give you that.
Personnel have been
Alright,
inside to
y'all gotta show
evaluate him.
Creed brothers
Also
going into
inside,
that room.
Raw general manager Adam
I don't care
Pearce,
about
who has
Adam
been a
Pearce.
very busy man this evening.
They're not even gonna tease it.
Excuse me, Adam. I was hoping that you could provide an update on Chad Gable's condition.
Obviously, Kevin is shaken up. I figured he wasn't looking after what happened last week, but I can tell you in good news that he is medically cleared to compete tonight and focused on that triple threat qualifier.
Oh,
Has he provided any further details into that gruesome attack and his mental
we don't
state?
care. We want
I mean, honestly, I don't think that's my story to tell. In frankly, I'm not sure he's in a position to tell that just yet. I do know he's focused on tonight.
Thank you so much.
So don't ask that question anymore, Kathy.
Send it back to ringside.
Hey, Miz, my question for you is this. Do you believe our general manager, Adam Pearce, should allow Chad Gable to go through with this match
It doesn't matter what he allows him to do,
Chad
Michael.
Gable wants to do it. He wants to fight.
I just want to know if the Creed brothers went into that ring.
Later on tonight. Well, last week
That's all I want to know.
kicked off the show with the return of Seth freaking Rollins. The first time.
Yes, that's Rollins' return last week. I didn't see that coming at all.
Nope.
Rollins was he was always my favorite wrestler. Then he kind of got PG-ish, but right now, and just looking at his entire career, he's had a better career than Moxley and Roman Reigns probably. But I don't know. Roman Reigns had a historic run as world champion, so
I'm about to say, I don't know. I don't think him and Roman Reigns were kind of up there together.
and Moxley he's had a lot of accomplishments, but I think Reigns and Rollins are right neck and neck.
Yeah.
But I think Roman has a little bit of an edge over him just because he made history that Rollins probably will never do. I don't see anyone trying to do a 1,000-day record again. Unless,
Right.
unless it's Roman Reigns trying to do it all over again.
I think they're future Hall of Famers. I think that's a given.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're all three there. Or at least Roman and Rollins. I'm curious if Moxley ever goes back.
The thing is, if he goes back, I could see them putting the Shield in the Hall of Fame, and then putting them individually in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the Shield, that's kind of. If they can ever get Moxley to come back, I can see them doing that. That's kind of the inevitable, putting them on. A lot of people considers the Shield one of the top 5 best factions of all time.
With good reason. I mean, that's for good reason. I would think.
For me, they're not the best. They're one of the best. But for me,
Oh, they're up there.
one of my favorite factions is Evolution. That was one of my favorites. The NWO was cool in the beginning.
I'll say it anyway. One big son of a bitch.
There's no Pat McAfee to say it tonight. The Miz should say it. So he's there.
That's supposed to be a qualifying match. So can you really see Braun Strowman climbing the ladder for the Money in the Bank? I mean, that's a big dude, and usually huge dudes don't fare very well in Money in the Bank matches.
But what about Big Bronson Reed? He can't climb a ladder either. He's too big, too heavyweight.
Well, I've actually seen him climb a ladder before in TNA, but I don't know. That would be interesting to see Braun Strowman if he could really. I don't know. I'd like to see that. Like, could you imagine Andre the Giant trying to climb the ladder?
Right. I mean, think about that.
Like, he would probably break the ladder trying to climb up it.
Mike says he's a four horseman dude. I've always been a four horseman kind of guy too myself.
Mike, who's your favorite Four Horseman? They've had a lot of additions to the Four Horsemen, but what is your favorite Four Horseman? For me, it's probably I don't know if it's the original, but Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and Ole Anderson.
Yeah, the original.
But I also liked Flair, Anderson, Pillman, and Benoit. But the original.
That was an interesting time. Yeah.
Who was your favorite, Jacobs?
For me, it was always the original four.
Like when I think of the Four Horsemen, I think of Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and Ole Anderson. That's
Yep.
who I think of. But why did they call it the Four Horsemen? Why isn't it the Five Horsemen? Because there was a fifth person in the original. It was what's his name? Their manager.
J.K. Dillon?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why isn't the? It's like they're excluding him from the entire group.
I mean, I think the whole thing was more biblical than anything. Like the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Because I would watch their matches, and now we know there's five of them. There's not four of them. But I'm curious to know what your favorite is, Mike.
Say hello to your fairy godmother, Alice.
You guys remember in a few years ago when kids were eating Tide Pods?
Part of the Irresistible Sin collection.
Yeah, I never got that. I never understood why kids are doing that. It was stupid.
Like before COVID happened, and when I was in school, we did a project where I wasn't a part of it, but these two kids, it was an art class, and two people were supposed to pair up and draw something, and they drew a Tide Pod.
They drew a Tide Pod.
They drew a
Oh,
kid
man.
eating. They drew a kid eating a Tide Pod. And then you
I
said
never
Tide
got.
Pod.
What was the whole thing about that? I never understood that.
Apparently, the kids were eating it just to be funny, I guess. And some kids got really sick doing it.
I mean, I would think. I mean, isn't it? I mean, damn.
Here's something that. Here's another thing though. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Oh my
No, go ahead, Chris. Oh,
I usually don't have. I wasn't there in the. Well, technically, I know I wasn't there when the original Four Horsemen. But I'm probably gonna. Well, I don't know. There's Ric Flair. My favorite is right before Arn Anderson was retired. I think it was Ric Flair, Arn Anderson. I think the last two were Chris Benoit and Brian Pillman.
Yeah, that was the Nitro era for us. Yeah, that sounds right. October 29th. That's when the Tide Pod stuff was. That was disgusting. I think they thought it was gummies or something. They were eating it.
I'm sorry, but I mean, if you eat one of those things and you get sick and something happens, I mean, you deserve it. I'm sorry. That's just stupid.
Like nowadays, like they changed it. You go into the store on the packaging, it says, "Kids do not eat." Ever since that happened, they put that on the packaging.
Not for human consumption.
Yeah, so like, it's stupid you even got to put that.
Sami Zayn and friends. This is just like listening to George Carlin. I think he's the guy who did the 10-10-220 commercial.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Sit down and listen to Sami Zayn tell some stories.
Thank you so much.
He's smiling.
It'd be kind of hard to resist Liv Morgan, though. Honestly speaking, I mean, talk about heat and your temptations, man.
They sure are, but I think I know how I can do something nice around this once. I think that I can go and get Dom a match against Deadbeat Guy next week. But maybe tonight I can get his match to take match with tag team titles. Do you think you can be one?
Uh-oh.
He's gonna get them screwed up.
Hmm. Will she have up her sleeve?
That's been the best.
The Miz is not going to be happy.
Damn, I'm loving this manipulative side of Liv these days. I don't know. It's refreshing.
Sure that you go and it's right out, okay?
Oh no.
It's pretty cool though. It gives Liv's character more I guess definition or dimension.
He thinks that's Carmella. Miz is pissed. He's a one-man crew now. Must
Oh,
pull all
man.
by himself.
Oh, boy. Miz is not happy.
Liz's reactions are so gold, man. Those
They're
are gold
defending the tag titles
reactions.
against.
Or what do they call it? Oversell?
So they're defending the tag titles against Finn Balor and JD tonight.
Or is it going to be Finn Balor and
Dominic.
or maybe JD and
Probably Finn and
JD
Dom.
and Dirty Dom?
It's probably Finn Balor and JD, I bet.
Because Damian Priest is tag team gold.
See, I want Awesome Truth to lose those tag titles, but I really don't want to see it back on Judgment Day.
Right.
Because they had them before, and then Awesome Truth. No, who won? Oh, the Judgment Day won, and Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso won. And then Judgment Day won it back. Now Awesome Truth has it. I don't want it back on. I like the Judgment Day, but they need to put it on a different team.
I just don't want to see the Austin Truth break up again. I'm enjoying them so far. But I know it's inevitable. They're gonna break up again. But I'm enjoying them right
Oh,
now.
boy.
I think even when they lose it, they lose the tag titles. They should still be a tag team.
I hope so.
You gotta get the Creed brothers, dude. What are you waiting on?
He's going to say something. He may be healed, but I don't know what he's going to say. Let's hear this.
Oh boy, here we go. Hello, he keeps looking behind him. It's very subtle. I love that. Oh, they just made a T-shirt. Chad Gable lives. That's a T-shirt right there. I'd wear it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You guys see the Titantron?
I see the Minitrons.
Yeah, by the ring. It was kind of
Yeah.
staticky.
Like it's following him around now. I love it.
Get out of the ring, dude.
Oh boy, here we go.
Get out of the building.
Get out of the ring and let them go at it.
They haven't even moved.
Stupid.
I love it. He's selling this. He's selling the injury to his head too from last week.
Get out of the
If
ring
you
and let
noticed.
Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman wrestle each other. Let them wear each other out. Then get back in the ring and do a few things. Then go back outside the ring. Just let them beat each other up. Let these two stupid idiots get tired out. I mean, they're bigger guys, so they get tired out fast.
It's a lot of beef.
I hope the referee calls us down the middle. Because sometimes you just
Act called WWE Speed.
yeah, I watched
Actually,
that.
everyone,
Bronson Reed, I mean, Braun Breaker, Braun Strowman almost really, God, damn it. He almost really broke his neck on that. You see when he went off the ropes and he didn't.
oh, geez, yeah. Oh my God.
Damn.
Oh
Remember
no!
the same thing happened to Enzo Amore, and he almost broke his neck on the ropes doing that.
Damn. You can do more in this, Gable.
Oh!
We've seen Chad Gable suplex Braun Strowman before. So we know we can do it
Yeah,
again.
he has.
I can't wait to see what
As they always say in Australia, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oh.
Oi, oi, oi.
That's Big Bronson Reed. You know, he's from Australia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at him, you wouldn't think that. But hear him talk, he's got a Australian accent. I'll right back at Aries Whisper.
All right, cool. I do love how now, like, it seems like the Wyatt Six are kind of, in a way, following Chad around now. Like, they're living rent free in his head now.
Know what you mean? I
I
wonder
love
who
it.
the first person going to be wrestling out of the Wyatt Six.
That's a good question.
I mean, and before they were known as the Wyatt Six, there's Uncle Hardy, Bo Dallas. There's Uncle Great. There's Gacy, Joey Gacy, Dexter Loomis, the returning Eric Rowan, and yes, Nikki Cross.
Indeed.
And we still have no idea who's going to be. And we still don't know who's going to be in the Wyatt Six. Who's going to be?
It's like I was saying, it's got to be Alexa Bliss. Because after she comes back from maternity leave, you know, they're going to have. I'm pretty sure they're going to throw her in the mix.
Did she already have her baby yet? I forgot.
I think. I could be wrong, but I think she did. I have to look it up. Hold on. Let me look it up. Because I could be off.
Yeah. You know how sometimes they usually either they announced it or not. Usually am.
Refresh your senses. The kick of citrus flavor. Do the do.
So let's see.
Because at the end of the day, every single round is on you.
Well, Mr. Jacob.
They had a daughter.
Is it twins or just single?
No, a daughter.
So it's one. So it's one baby girl. Huh? Sorry.
That's what daughter means.
Well, anyway, I know. Anyway, if I know Mr. Jacobs and to the viewers out there, did y'all like the AEV first daily post in a long time?
Yeah.
You know, it's been about 28 years from yesterday when Brian Pillman made his first WWE pay-per-view debut, even though he was injured at the time. And he said these words, I remember it on VHS, why are you crowning a king of the ring? The first time I heard that though was on the Cause of Stone Cold Said So VHS tape.
Yeah. You know, I'm all about him going to the Hall of Fame. Any way I can help do that, I'm down. So, yeah, I signed a petition to help
Well,
try to help him get into the Hall of Fame.
damn straight. And Brian's sister, and also Lexis King's and Brittany Evans' aunt, Linda Pillman, she's also signed a petition too.
Awesome.
I'm already up to 48. Still no one has not else signed it. And by the way, if anyone who saw my daily, AZ Daily video on YouTube right now, sign the petition and we're gonna get Brian Pillman in the Hall of Fame in the next 9 months, maybe. Because as all people always says, and I'll say it again, it's way overdue, long overdue.
I agree.
Ain't that right, Connor?
Yeah, I signed it too. I got Michael signed too, Michael.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, I could tell you more about Brian Pillman, but let's just watch the conclusion of this match.
Davis says, I hope Pillman is in soon. His son, Lexus King, Brian Pillman Jr. His son is in NXT now, so I bet it happens in the next 3 to 5 years.
I'm hoping it's in 9 months from now, but let's just find out.
Fingers crossed.
Since his son is in NXT now, he can be the one to induct his dad into the Hall of Fame.
Have we ever seen a son inducted his own father in the Hall of Fame? What about Vern Gagne? His son.
I think the British Bulldog's son inducted him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Or somebody else did. I don't know.
Yeah, D.A. Smith did. Or is that David?
Or what did they call him back then? David Hart Smith. Or is it David Smith? I forgot.
Well, I'll call him D.A. Smith. That's what his name was in WWE, but it's Davey Boy Smith Jr. or
Yeah.
D.A. Smith. He looks just like his dad in the face.
It's crazy how they look alike.
I wish he was still alive and they would have been able to tag team or something. I don't think Braun Strowman's winning this match. I think they took him out.
They pounce on the big dude.
Oh boy, I think I know what's going to happen next.
Chad Gable, you get on the top rope and you do the backflip and you win this match. Come on. Come on. We don't care about Braun Strowman now. He's out.
Uh-oh.
All right, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Don't sit there. Let's go.
Do something.
Go, 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 go.
Chad Gable's going to win. If he wins, he's going to win the match.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
If he's smart.
I know that's Connor's guy, but right now, but it looks like he deserves it.
You damn right he deserved it.
Finally. Perfect moonsault, by the way.
Take that, Otis.
Take that, Otis.
And Maxine and Tozawa. Oh, y'all a bunch of losers. And Chad Gable wins this match. He earned this. He beat Braun Strowman. He won this match fair and square. There was no interference or anything.
I'll give you that. No interference at all.
No one came out there. Braun Strowman
They didn't come out there at all.
No one came out here. Or if they did, I didn't see it. I don't think anybody saw that anyways. Uh-oh.
I ain't seen nothing.
Oh.
Get out of the ring, Gable.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Get the hell out of there.
Get out of the building. Why are you still there?
Damn it, no, we're going to get
There's smoke. Someone's
They
going
already
to
look at the crowd.
They already took
Oh,
Pat McAfee
crowd
hostage.
by now.
They already took Pat McAfee hostage. Now we're fixing to take you hostage. Just take Otis hostage or something. Oh, got the piano. He's gonna pop up in that smoke, isn't he? Oh, Nikki Cross.
Oh, there she is.
This is really cool with the smoke.
I love it. This is awesome. It's well done. Got the fireflies in the
Get
background.
the hell out of there. Why are you sitting in the ring? Yeah, get out of there. But watch where you go out there.
Leave. What are you doing? Leave.
Watch
Unless
where you
somebody's
go out
coming
there.
behind
He's like
him.
one of those idiots in a horror movie that instead of runs out the house, they go upstairs.
He needs to watch where he's going, though, because you don't know who's out there. Eric Rowan could be out there, or Dexter Loomis, or Joe Gazy, or Uncle Howdy.
Oh, that lighting and the smoke just it works so well together.
What is that?
What the heck is that? Gasoline?
You gonna set the
Ooh.
table on fire?
Oh boy.
Michael Cole, you're in deep trouble.
This got dark real quick.
Is Nikki Cross wearing a mask or something?
I think
Yeah,
that's paint. Oh, it's a mask?
it could be face paint. It's a mask or
Where's
face
she going
paint.
now? Is she leaving? Or disappeared in the
That is
night?
so creepy. Oh my god, that's so creepy. I love it. I think it is a mask. Yeah.
It looks like
Oh, they're laying across I just noticed they're laying across the table.
kind of look like Sister Abigail.
Maybe she is.
I think that's who she's supposed to be.
Now she's going backstage. I think that's where Uncle
Is she
Howdy.
walking through the crowd or
Oh, damn.
Arby's understands if you need a
I
steak.
like that
that's so
transition.
weird.
I love that transition they do.
And what is that present of Michael Cole got?
That was so weird. I loved it.
I hope it ain't one of those. I hope it
What
ain't
the
one of
hell is
those.
in the box? What's in the box?
Maybe it might be one of those Bray Wyatt's versions of "Pop Goes the Weasel."
What's in the box? Oh, what's in the box? That was
Get
pretty
it?
awesome. I like that.
Get it? You know, "Pop Goes the Weasel." Anyway,
That was so freaking creepy, though, man.
it's like watching
That
a
was
horror
so,
movie, but in wrestling.
it was well done. I like that kind of thing. I love them bringing the horror element into it. That's great.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. As I told everyone last Wednesday, and Mr. Jacobs already knows this about Brian Pillman. Did you know that Brian Pillman was the first ever world light heavyweight champion, and he defined the cruiserweights and the light heavyweights in professional wrestling forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know I said it on Wednesday, but I just said it again. You know, sometimes they usually like to repeat it 4 days later, 5 days later, maybe almost up to a week. And yeah. And here's something else, as I had mentioned on the video. Brian Pillman made his first WWE pay-per-view debut right after he signed the contract to the WWE. Next
That
thing
is
you know,
true.
This is
and
a
the next
weird.
thing you know, those famous lines I heard every time were, "Why are you crying the King of the Ring?"
This person's crazy. They posted on Twitter. Yeah. So this is the Wild World Wrestling podcast. I guess this is TV. This is our TV 14 show. I guess what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
But I don't know if I should say it.
Oh, go
Something
ahead.
inappropriate?
Kind of.
Or did you get an email or something?
No,
Fine.
no. It just. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to get. I don't want to get a copyright strike or anything.
Let me guess. I can't talk. Let me guess. We can't talk
Well,
about.
well, put it in the private chat. What's it about? You have me intrigued here.
Yeah, I need to know what it is. I hope it ain't nothing I did again.
No, it's not. Nobody did. It's something I saw on Twitter.
I hope. I hope. I hope it doesn't show up on.
Oh, this is weird. I'm really gonna put this in the damn chat.
Is it something?
I'm just gonna spit it out. Someone said on Twitter, they said, "Would you have with Nikki Cross in the Sister Abigail costume?"
Yes,
There you go.
I definitely would.
I wasn't fixing to talk that.
I guess that's all we need to know.
Post Malone's coming to 2K24.
Featuring the Headbangers and
Honky Tonk Man.
the Headbangers and Honky Tonk Man and
Sister
Jimmy Hart.
Sherry?
Yeah, that's sensational, Sherry.
Or
That comes out
sensational.
that comes out tomorrow.
Awesome.
I could be wrong.
Man, I wish I could get that game though today, but I gotta wait to get the PlayStation 5 first.
No, they got Punk ECW pack came out. We got this one. We got the international pack with Jade Cargill, Kyrie Zane, Carlito. And I believe after that we got a WCW pack with Luger and
Here's something else though, Connor. What PlayStation 5 you said you have again?
I did this version.
The disc version or the digital version?
But I still have some DVDs, like DVDs to put in. I have some download games already on there. What's in the box? A VHS tape?
Play Me?
Yeah, for you kids at home, this is a VHS.
Oh boy. This is getting creepier and creepier.
Why would someone send them a VHS tape? We don't have VHS tapes anymore.
You can come to my house. I got a VHS player.
Well, me too, right here. Well, actually, I got a VCR.
Get the hell out of Gabriel.
Play it, damn it. Play it. Play it. Come on, Cole.
Oh, so good to see you guys. Look, after what happened last week, I swear, my life flashed before my eyes. All right, it's a scary thing, but when that happened, all I could see was you three, my family. Look, it takes a big man to admit when he's wrong. Okay.
Oh boy.
On all of us.
Are they still going to follow Chad Gable after what happened last week?
I hope not.
Sorry. But that's what families do. Families fight, but
I don't know if Chad Gable, he still uses the shush.
Not really.
If anybody hurts any of them, isn't
Yeah, Chad's just scared. That's all he really. he doesn't care about them. He just knows his strength in numbers.
What did he just say? We're done?
Chad, that's all for one. But you really hurt Lucas. He looked up to you. You were his big brother. But for what it's worth, we're really glad you. What happened to you must have been terrifying. I think Otis just needs some time. Let me try and talk to him. We're really happy you're okay.
God damn it, Max.
I want a love interest with Maxine and Chad Gable.
She's looking. She's cute.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm not all right. I need help.
About damn time.
Anyways,
That's the real family. Otis and them. You're not your real family. The Creed brothers and Bobby
VCR
Mouse.
though and all that.
Introducing first,
That was the pop of the night for me right there.
Oh, you called that one.
I was waiting for it.
Tag team action.
Oh boy. I don't know. I know those girls are witches of Scotland, right?
They're from they're from
Yeah.
Scotland. They said at Clash the Castle like that was the hometown. But the hometown heroes were McIntyre, Piper Niven, and these two, the Unholy. Their tag team names the Unholy Union. They're both from
Oh,
Scotland.
okay.
Like they're actually really good.
They just brought the fog. Yeah.
Was this the main event?
Can't be the main event right now. We're almost in the second hour.
8:44. See, we got potentially Awesome Truth and Judgment Day. They kind of tease that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you know what I think is going to happen? If the Judgment's Day going to screw Braun Strowman tonight, Braun Strowman's going to screw the Judgment's Day, just like that.
It's only fair.
That's probably likely. I have the card on my phone though. Let me see.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
We got Karrion Kross and Kofi Kingston later tonight.
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
There was 5 matches announced before the show, and we've already seen all of them. Except we've seen all the matches going up that's announced besides Karrion Kross and Kofi Kingston. We've got the tag title match possibly. Maybe something with Liv Morgan. Maybe. I don't know what's going to be the main event.
That's what I'm wondering myself.
I feel like it's going to be a segment and not a. Maybe with Uncle Howdy, maybe. But we haven't seen Seth Rollins tonight, and we've seen Damian Priest. That was a backstage segment. So they need to do something with Rollins and Damian Priest.
Hmm.
I wonder what else is gonna happen on this broadcast on Monday Night Raw.
See, we've seen Sami Zayn. The main one we haven't seen is Rollins.
Right.
Yeah.
Be right back to take a bathroom break.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Guess it's just you and me, Connor, for the moment. Be right back. Back.
Where'd you go?
I had to check on something real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Everybody's back now.
Yeah. Now we're back. Yeah, so let's see.
Had to take care of business.
Same here, only just for about a couple of minutes.
Deshaun says, "I'm excited for Game One of the Creeds. That is a pretty cool matchup. I mean, that should be good if they do it right. I mean, if they do that right, it's gonna be awesome."
I've seen someone's fan theory that Chad Gable is going to win Money in the Bank, and he's going to cash in on Sami Zayn. Which they haven't really done mid-card titles, but we did see Austin Theory do that.
Yeah, he doesn't want to cash in on Roman Reigns, so he decides to cash in on the secondary champion, United States champion. Then I think it was Seth freaking Rollins.
I believe that was who it was. But I still feel like Jey Uso is probably going to win Money in the Bank.
That'd be cool if that happened.
You know what I say? The reason why Chad Gable wants the reason why WWE's letting Chad Gable win tonight is because he wants to win a world champion or the secondary champion.
I just want to see him with a singles title. I don't care what singles title it is. United States, World, Universal, Intercontinental. He deserves to have some singles gold. Like, he literally is the next Kurt Angle. The moveset, even like his facial expressions as a heel is Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I see a lot of Kurt Angle in him.
You know what you mean? It's like Chad Gable. He's probably gonna shave his head off though, like Kurt Angle did when he was Team Angle.
He would have to go fully Perk Angle to do that.
Perk Angle? Oh, good. Don't remind me.
Go all the way Perk.
No, not Kurt Angle. Perk Angle. Perk Angle's a totally different animal. Okay, Halloween wins. Damage control. Damage control, let them all out. Backfoot?
They're going after those titles.
So they put out a statement.
I think Asuka is out of commission for a while, isn't she?
Yeah, I believe she's injured.
I think so, yeah.
She hasn't been on there in a little while.
Is Io Sky supposed to wrestle someone in Japan?
Yeah.
I think from Pro Wrestling Noah, if I'm right.
She was in her locker room?
I don't know, but Io Sky looks amazing tonight, though. Jeez.
Oh. That was weird. Don't tell me that it looks sketchy just
now. Do you remember, like, before all this happened, Liv Morgan was spotted with Finn Balor backstage before Dominic, if anybody remembers that.
I think she's trying to steal the entire Judgment Day away from Rhea Ripley. He's the one that picked up the hotel key, though. Remember a few weeks ago they had that? She put it on the table, and he's the one that picked it up.
Yep.
And now she's in the light.
Is there anybody else that thought it would have been funnier if Carlito took the room key?
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
I wonder. I hope somebody. Well, I don't know. We all know NXT is coming to Toronto along with Money in the Bank and Friday Night SmackDown.
So how can you
You want to
Yep.
go?
It won't taste like Wendy's.
You want to go?
This job is easy.
No, because I got to have a passport to get through Canada.
Well, we'll go the long way. We'll cross the border.
I like this night.
That still doesn't count though. That's not the same way as JBL did when he was trying to get caught the, those people out from Mexico to Texas, or as they
Just
call
hop
it.
on a boat.
We'll go the illegal way.
Let's not start on this border situation. U.S. Canada, U.S. Mexico. What's next?
You can go to Puerto Rico.
We don't have Puerto Rico here. I mean, down from Texas, do we?
No, but we can still go.
Is
We,
this
we,
what I think it is?
we can go
That
see
trailer I'm watching
Vega.
right now?
Commercial. We can go to Puerto Rico and see Savio Vega.
Yep. Yeah. There you go.
Or we could go
Oh, no,
we
it's
can
not
go to-
that. It's just that.
we can
Sorry,
go
it's
to
just
Australia.
You guys
We
ever
can go
seen
to
the movie Twister?
Yeah, we can twister ourselves and go to Australia. Then we could try to meet Outback Jack.
Outback
says-
Jack.
Legend says
let's not talk about this again. Outback Jack.
Legend says he's still walking around.
What do you have against Outback Jack?
I don't know. I just don't know.
He's a living legend, man.
I know he's a living legend. I'll give you that.
I mean, legends say that he's still around Australia and he's dancing with the kangaroos.
Let's not start on that right now.
That's it. I'm gonna book my plane to Australia and we're gonna go see if Outback Jack is really out there with the kangaroos.
Oh boy, Connor.
But for real, I would really like to meet Outback Jack, but he doesn't really do anything anymore. You don't really see him around doing much.
That's true. You never really hear about him.
He's still alive. It's like 80, 70 or 80 something years old. But if you're watching this Outback Jack, you're welcome to come on the podcast for an interview.
Absolutely.
What is this cage match rating? I don't get on cage match because it's stupid.
You talking about the cage match database?
Yeah, but his cage match ranking is 1.68.
Whoa.
That's bad. But this proves that Dave Miller does not know what he's talking about because Outback Jack is the best wrestler of all time.
To you,
He is the best. He's better than Vince McMahon, Stone Cold, The Rock, John Cena. He's even better than Mick Foley. He's better than all of them. Outback Jack, he should have been WWE champion. He should have been all these things. Oh, they're actually going to be releasing this documentary.
I was wondering if they were putting that out.
Yeah, because after WrestleMania, they teased it, and then it never came out. It's like now they're going to finally release it. You know, this is going to be talked about for years to come.
Yeah.
Like, it was supposed to, like, they took Cody's spot. Like, The Rock comes in, takes a spot, and the fans trend Cody worldwide for days. It's like a riot on Twitter, then the match gets reversed. Like, there'll be a story for years to come. And
A hell of a story.
we all witnessed it.
That's pretty cool if you think about it, really.
I didn't get to live through Andre the Giant Hogan or Austin Rock, but this is pretty cool. Next Wednesday, July 3rd. About time they put that out. See, I figured that they was just gonna put it out later down the road and continue building on the documentary with the Survivor Series stuff, but they can probably make a separate documentary of that, like 2 separate documentaries.
Probably, yeah.
If I remember
'Cause
correct, if I remember correctly, the next year's WrestleMania is WrestleMania 41. That's XLI, right?
I believe so. Took you that long to find them?
Live the dog. Oh, it's a classic rom-com. Harry met Sally. Sweet Crazy Eye. Shred. I don't care about being dog. This is about me. This is about us.
I don't want to see this. I want to see this comedy duo breakup. Not anytime soon. Thanks to titles, that's fine, but just keep the Awesome Truth around a little bit longer.
I can't tell if Miz and Truth are going to break up tonight or they're still going to keep the titles.
I bet Braun Strowman crosses him.
You mean JD McDuggan and Finn Balor?
Who's gonna cross him? But I think even when Awesome Truth lose the tag titles, they should still be a tag team. Because they've been teasing the breakup of the New Day.
Yeah.
They don't have Imperium anymore on Raw. I mean, tag team wise, they got Judgment Day, Creed Brothers, New Catch Republic, Authors of Pain. You technically still have the Alpha Academy and Otis and Tozawa. That's really it. I mean, if you're going to break up the New Day, you don't have them. Well, you got the New Catch Republic, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne.
Mhm.
So it makes sense to keep Awesome Truth around as a tag team, even when they lose the tag title.
I wonder if it's going to be some kind of a. You know, just thinking about right now. What's going to be? Here's a topic. Well, technically, here's a question. Weird wrestling matches.
Weird wrestling.
That's a good one.
The one in TNA, the Reverse Battle Royal.
Yeah, that one was always weird to me too.
It didn't make sense. Like you're starting the Royal Rumble, the Battle Royal outside the ring, and then you just throw them in the ring to be eliminated. It was just so stupid. It didn't make sense really.
Here's something weird of mine though. I got two in mind. First one, the Kiss My Foot match between Jerry Lawler and Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, yeah.
The second one, the first and only crybaby match between Razor Ramon and the 1-2-3 Kid.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was
I
a
watched
weird
them both,
match for
though.
sure.
I always wonder. The first time I recognized. Well, first when we wait till this segment is over from Damian Priest.
And stand here as champion representing Monday Night Raw while always rising.
In a way, Damian Priest's voice is kind of like Roman Reigns.
I get it. I get what
He does kind of have that cadence to it.
I'll tell you what, I know what I see
To
in
Razor Ramon.
I see a man
What is Gilbert's
that I do not want to become.
cage match rating? A 3.62 is better than.
I understand this ring.
It's better than a 0-0-0, you know, 0
Are
0
you guys
0.
talking about Dwayne Gill, aka former light heavyweight champion Gilbert,
The one and only.
the Goldberg ripoff,
Yo soy el campeón mundial.
and the guy who goes, "Who's first?"
Heavyweight champion.
What about Eugene?
I'm sorry, Seth, but you will never see the mountaintop again.
It's a good question because Eugene actually has skills. He can really wrestle.
For 5.34. Here we go.
I'll
I
say
knew we
this.
had to get a segment with Seth Rollins tonight. We couldn't go tonight without Seth Rollins.
Let's see what he's wearing tonight.
Well, that's a new T-shirt he has out now. The black and gold.
He's wearing black and white with red boots.
Mm.
He kind of look like a Michael Jackson song,
Mm.
but except
More like an Elvis type.
What about Glacier?
because he has those red suede shoes. Ha!
No, I'm really curious about Glacier. 4.39. How's that about? How does Glacier?
Glacier?
How does he have a better rating than Eugene?
Oh,
Because
I'll call shenanigans on that, man.
Eugene, he didn't win a lot of championships, but overall he was a better wrestler than Glacier.
Connor, what are you talking about anyway?
In
Those
what
cage
world
match
does Glacier
databases
go over
again?
Eugene?
What about Haku? 6.45.
Hmm.
Never mind.
Well, the
I'm still befuddled by Glacier being over Eugene. What the hell is that?
Well, Dave Meltzer for you. The Brooklyn Brawler. How does the Brooklyn Brawler have better rating than Eugene? A 6.41. Bastion Booger. I'm curious about this one now.
Oh, Bastion Brothers?
No, the Bastion Booger.
Oh, Bastion Booger. Oh, wow.
What is
Jeez.
his rating? A 2.48. Damn.
Yep.
It's still my show. It's Monday night.
Oh, good. 6.99.
You say all rise, the bell can't be on. I say all sing, says Ricky Rollins.
Good.
But here's the deal, man. You want to come out here, you want to run your mouth about me.
Crowd's having a hard time getting on Unison there.
Oh, yeah, no. Let me get this straight. You say that as long as you're world heavyweight champion, I'm never going to get that back. That's basically what you said, right? That's bold, Priest. That's bold. But the problem is, man, I don't believe you. I don't believe in that confidence. I think that's a false bravado. I don't know if you even believe the bull crap that's coming out of your mouth. Indianapolis, I gotta ask y'all believe the bull crap that's coming out of Damian Priest's mouth?
The bull crap is coming out of his mouth.
I'll tell you why. Now, let me spell it out for you. I'll tell you why we don't buy you as the man, as the mountaintop. Because your actions and your words, they don't line up. You say all the right things. You say you don't want anybody's help when it comes to that World Heavyweight Championship. However, both your title defenses, it appeared very obvious to all of us that you needed that help.
No, I'm really Marina Shavir cage match.
Oh, boy.
3.77.
3.77.
I give it 0.
0.0.
In 2021, she got a 4 point. That's a lie. A 4 star. Should be like 2 with 0 stars.
The fix is in. Jig is up.
She ain't ever had a good year.
champ. That's it. Look, I didn't ask for help, and I can't change what happened. But what I can do is I can stand here in the present. I can look at you holding the world title. All the while, you look at me.
That crowd's pretty vocal this evening. That's a vocal audience.
A whole lot of nothing. For now. Look, I didn't come out here to run you down. As a matter of fact, that's not what I came out here for at all. I got a lot of respect for you right there. And I'll tell you what I don't appreciate. Last week, I made my way out here, and you won up me by challenging me to a title match at Money in the Bank.
It was pretty good.
Sweet spot.
You know, it doesn't need to be anything official. We don't got to get Pierce involved or anything like that. It can be like a little side bet if you're a gambling man, or gentleman's agreement. A little cherry on top. What do you
Better
say?
match.
If somehow you beat me, you retain that title at Money in the Bank, you get your wish. As long as you're champion, I'll never challenge for the world title again.
That's a bold statement.
Oh, that is bold. Going the Cody route.
There's a good chance
But
Rollins
when I
wins
beat
then.
you, and I take back the title that you've been keeping warm for me for the past 2 months.
It's going to be very
We get to
interesting.
find out once and for all if you really
That's a
can
pretty big
stand
stake.
on your own 2 feet. When I beat you at Money in the Bank, you, Damian Priest, leave the Judgment Day.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that stipulation.
What did he say? Leave the Judgment Day?
Yep, if he loses.
If he loses, he has to do the Judgment Day.
So he loses the title in the Judgment Day. Oh, snap.
I feel like
Damian
it's going to be.
Damian Priest is going to snap.
I feel like it's going to be a disqualification.
We can find out if you really can walk a mile in my shoes.
Because they wouldn't seriously break up the Judgment Day. Not yet, at least. Not until Rita gets back, at least.
Damian Priest might win. And Rollins can't challenge for it.
Me encanta esa idea.
Until, well, he said as long as
like
Damian
it.
Priest is
The
champion.
way I see it is this.
So if Damian Priest loses it off
I'm
of
the
someone,
champion.
Rollins can challenge for it again.
So to me, the Judgment Day, they need me a whole lot more than Damian Priest needs them.
Damn.
Ooh, snap.
Damn.
As far as
Oh, man.
I accept.
He's like, screw those guys. I don't need them.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Walter's still
Here
got his
comes the ring
championship shot.
general.
He's still got his championship shot at SummerSlam.
The king of the ring,
Oh, yeah.
Gunther, is back.
We haven't seen him since he won King of the Ring. Controversially.
Actually, he was backstage whenever they did the massacre. He's one of the first victims he saw.
I don't care who wins this match. They're not beating Walter. He's going to win that world title at SummerSlam. It doesn't matter who it's against. If Rollins wins, then Walter's going to beat Rollins. He's damn sure going to beat Damian Priest.
I'll say it
Expect
before and I'll
to
say it
see.
again. Connor's going to see it up front at SummerSlam. Be right back.
I love this because you think it's inevitable for
This is
you
like
know.
Thanos. It's like Thanos. Like it's a no, it doesn't matter who wins.
Exactly. Exactly.
It doesn't matter who wins. I guarantee you that. And then when Walter wins it, he's gonna have it for a long time. He held the Intercontinental title for over 600 days. So
Yeah.
imagine how long he's gonna have the World Heavyweight title for. All right, Kofi Kingston and Karrion Cross next. It's 9:15. We got one match. Uncle Howdy might close out the show. I don't think they're doing that tag team match tonight.
That thing from the Wyatt Six group approached the announce table, handed me a box that was labeled for Pat McAfee. Inside was a VHS tape that said "Play Me." We sent it out to the production truck. We were able to finally track down an old VHS machine, and we can now show you the
I mean a
Oh,
contents.
VCR.
VCR play.
You can't say VCR.
This is weird. Uncle Howdy.
It's kind of what they're doing on their Twitch channel.
That's Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm back.
That's pretty cool. Man, they're getting real dark with this.
And that doing on VHS, pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's a first.
That was really, really good.
That was awesome.
They got really deep in that. Very, very personal.
Whew, that's a lot to take in.
What you mean?
And it's the thing. I mean, I feel like that's exactly what Bray would have wanted. He would have wanted Bo to continue the story.
I didn't expect them to get that deep into it. But I feel like that's what Bray Wyatt would have did. That's what he would have done. If Bo Dallas died, that's what he would have done probably. That was very, very good. Last week they had a very good ending to Raw. They had a very good debut. And they come back and I think they kept the momentum going.
I think so. They
That was
kind of
great.
they kind of giving you some pieces to the puzzle. That's cool.
Explaining why Bo Dallas is doing what he's doing. Explaining, you know, discussing Bray Wyatt. Like they got really deep into that. I didn't expect them to get really, really deep. Like that's probably like real life stuff.
Yeah.
It's not even just part of a story. Like that's real life stuff. It's probably how he felt when Bray Wyatt passed away. But last week they had a very good debut of the Wyatt Six. Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy. And this week we get Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy talking on that VHS tape. It still doesn't explain where Pat McAfee is though. But
Right.
but they definitely carried over the momentum in a good way. Of continuing the story and still getting people's interest.
I say I hope they keep it up, man. I say keep it coming.
Know what you mean?
They keep doing stuff like that. I can only imagine what we're in store for.
Right.
Like that's probably just the beginning of how personal they're really gonna get. Like they might get so personal that it's too much for a TV show, for a wrestling show. But that's what Bray Wyatt would have done. If you want to watch the documentary of Bray Wyatt's life, Immortal, Triple H said that a lot of Bray Wyatt's ideas was like, how do you fit that into a wrestling show?
Yeah.
How, how do you make how do you like that's for like a movie stuff. Like, this is like movie stuff. Like how do you fit that into a wrestling show? And I think that's what we're gonna get with this stuff right here. The stuff that Bray Wyatt wanted to do but never could show.
Mm.
I got Kofi Kingston and Karrion Kross.
At least this is new. Kofi Kingston in shorts.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him wear those in years. It's been years. It's like 2008 stuff. We'll be right back with my phone charger.
I'm just wondering who's going to turn on who. Because I know it's coming. It's going to happen. One of the new days is going to turn on the other eventually. I don't know. That's just where I keep thinking. That's why I keep thinking that that's where they're going. And I mean, it'll be more devastating if it was Kofi turning on Xavier. I think it'd be more devastating for that to happen. And that's another hire that I'm glad that they got back with Karrion Cross because when they let him go, or that's when Vince was still around. When they fired him, I felt like it was the same thing with Keith Lee and everybody else that got fired around that time, and Braun Strowman too. That they kind of dropped the ball with them. But glad to see Karrion Cross back now, though. I mean, I think you put him in the right angle. I mean, you can push him to the moon. You there, Chris?
I'm here.
Oh, I thought you were frozen for a second. I was like, "What the hell?" You're being perfectly still. I thought your screen was frozen.
Wrong.
Oh, and if you ever get a chance to hear Karrion Cross do his Jesse Ventura impression, it's quite a treat. Honestly speaking, he probably does one of the best impressions of Jesse Ventura next to Will Sasso. You can probably find it on YouTube. You just type in Karrion Cross Jesse Ventura impression. He has a pretty good one, honestly. One of the best I've heard. Like I said, I'm starting to get hungry. I'm thinking about DoorDash and something. Not sure what yet.
Speak. Yeah, out of the WWE line for the moment. In case some of you are joining us and all that, though, and starting to watch us, though, me and Connor are headed to South Haven for an all elite wrestling event, AEW Saturday Night Collision.
Oh yeah, that's gonna
So
be a blast.
for me and him, and as I had mentioned many times, I have waited 1,641 days for them to come back to the Landers Center.
It's been that long.
Well, technically, when they first started coming down, it was on January 8th, and this is the first time, though, in over 4 years.
Okay, I see. Okay, gotcha. I'm about
And
to
I
say
looked
because
at the
I've
calendar, it's about 1,641 days.
it has been quite a while. Huh. So, what do you think about this whole situation with the New Day? Do you think they're going to be breaking up? Do you think
Well,
that this is going to bring them stronger to bring them tighter together, or I mean, how do you
well,
see this playing out with the New Testament or whatever they call themselves, the
uh,
Last Testament, whatever they're called,
the Final Testament, you're right.
the Final Testament? Yeah, that.
Technically, I know Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Well, I don't know them, but I heard of them for a long time. They've been the New Day since 2013 or 2014, I think. First, they became heels, then they became the good guys, and when Big E just he's out, and now we got ourselves just a tag team of Kofi and Xavier. And Xavier Woods, and speaking of which, though, Xavier Woods did win a champion. Well, he didn't win a championship belt, but he did win like King of the Ring.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why they didn't acknowledge, excuse me, of the Roman Reigns, acknowledge that.
I think. Well, you're right. I don't think it's as much acknowledgement as it should. I agree with you on that.
And besides, we all know Karrion Kross and Authors of Pain are in the Final Testament along with their manager Paul Ellery, he is the former manager of the Road Warriors (LOD).
That
And
is
now
true.
and who knows if Xavier Woods or Kofi Kingston joins the Final Testament. I'll say this though, and no offense to you, Mr. Jacobs, but they might become the first black guy to appear in the Final Testament.
But I don't know if they'll join the Final Testament. Whoever turns on who, but I think that Karrion Kross is kind of the catalyst to start the whole thing rolling between Kofi and Xavier.
Oh
And
no!
eventually, Big E have to get involved in between them. And I mean, you can make a whole story with that, you know.
Yep, they're probably going to have Xavier Woods show up. What did Paul Ellery say?
Is that
Was it
Scarlet
really
with that cackling like a witch?
Karrion Kross wins. Like I said, I didn't know that. Paul Ellery and AOP was backstage and was beating up on Xavier Woods.
Coming up next on Monday Night Raw, we are going to take you back. Savage and sadistic debut of one Jacob Fatu. The new bloodline.
Why are they showing this on Raw?
SmackDown coming up next live. Monday Night Raw.
Favorite judge? I love Simon. What?
I love that you wanted to come down together. I wanted to come down with Simon, and he said no. Simon, I'll bet you're better at throwing.
Oh boy!
What?
That's a good look.
What happened?
What happened, Chris?
What?
So
You said,
what was that old boy for?
This is not Quantum Leap. I know that.
What happened?
Nothing. It's just that nothing. It's just that I was watching a commercial, and next thing you know, they just you know.
Okay.
All right.
Just a commercial, Americans Got Talent commercial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And now we got a new bloodline, though. We got and now Jacob Fatu is now in there. I mean, as we had mentioned earlier on.
The Samoan werewolf himself.
I know I shouldn't say this, but what could be next?
Is he really good? How are you?
I saw.
To his different animals. Yeah, if anyone's seen his MLW stuff, he can talk too. Jacob Fatu can talk. Really good.
Not like Umaga when he never talked.
Oh, a little bit.
Well, he did speak in his final years in the WWE before he was left out, released.
Well, he died.
Well, he died. Well, he made his. You guys remember the Samoan strap match between him and CM Punk?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's his last match before he. And then afterwards, about 6 months later, he passed away after his last match against Mr. Anderson.
You made Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Anderson.
Kennedy.
Mr. Anderson was never in WWE. He was in TNA.
Well, you know, Mr. Kennedy, but before he was in TNA, he was known as Mr. Anderson.
He never was known. It's two different people.
But still, But still, I don't know what's gonna happen now with the new bloodline, as they call it, the new bloodline.
I don't
Bloodline
think we're done yet.
2.0.
I don't think we're done yet with new members. They did trademark
No.
Longa. They did trademark Longa Tonga. I guess that's supposed to be for Hikuleo. Longa
I
Tonga.
guess so.
He was long. Yeah, the Hikuleo and it's Tonga's. He's the only last Tonga they have left to add. I'm not gonna add Haku. They could, but I don't see them doing that. I think Zilla Fatu will probably be on Roman's side.
I think so. It makes
Oh, and
sense.
oh yeah, and speaking of which, though, the reason why I said howdy like that, I was watching Championship Wrestling from Hollywood one year, and this guy who I don't know what he's called. I know he's like when he's the manager. He goes howdy. I don't know his name. All I know is he says howdy like that.
I hope for Hikuleo to be on Solo's bloodline at first, but then he's gonna leave and go to Roman's side.
Oh, be a defector.
If they want to be 5-on-5, it's not because they've already got 4 on Roman's side.
Yeah.
Not unless the Rock's not going to be part of it, and it's just Roman, the Usos, and Zilla versus Solo, Tamba. Yeah, Tama, Loa, and Jacob. But then where does that leave Hikuleo? I don't. So it's going to have to be 5-on-5.
Right.
So the Rock's going to have to be involved. He's going to have to. I think they can make the story where Hikuleo doesn't like being with Hikuleo and Jacob Fatu can't get along.
Oh.
Because we've seen Tonga Loa didn't hug Jacob. Tama Tonga did. But
I mean, what is wrong with Jacob Fatu anyway? I mean, I'm not trying to say he's a good wrestler. He's out of control. He's like way beyond the lunatic.
that's his character. Well, he's actually like that in real life too. He was arrested at 18 years old. He can't travel. He can't travel internationally. They said. So any international PLEs he can't travel to. They should put that in his character. That he's so dangerous.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a 6-man tag at Money in the Bank. But what 6 is it going to be from the bloodline or storyline? All right, next Monday, triple threat. Sheamus, McIntyre, Dragunov. That should be a good match.
Yeah.
Zoe, Dakota Kai, and Ivy Nile. Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio next week. That should be interesting.
I hope he whoops him. Pulls out that belt.
They're not waiting till Money in the Bank. Liv Morgan and Selena Vega next week. Women's World Championships on the line.
And speaking of Boston, though, we already know who hails from Boston.
Mercedes.
Yep. But even though she's not with AEW, whatever.
Yep.
Or how does Orange Cassidy says it?
Whatever.
So we do have a tag toss on the line tonight. Braun Strowman's cost him, man.
Yeah, he's got to.
I do hope Braun Strowman does get these two back for what happened earlier tonight.
So did they show what Money in the Bank is going to be a 6-man tag with Cody and them?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it shows what 3 is it going to be on the bloodline side, It's
Oh, someone got the get the F back. Let's see it.
Yeah, I seen that on last Friday. Get the F back. It was get the F out. They're not going to do that.
No.
Does that say get the F out or get the F in?
Get the
Get the F in.
get the F back.
Yeah, get the F.
I know what that. Oh,
I get where that sign's going though, and I agree.
looks like Connor's got some technical difficulties again.
He'll be right back, folks. No worries. But yeah, I like that sign though. Get the F back. That's pretty clever.
And they showed it on TV. Let me phrase that. Live TV.
Yeah.
They're probably going to edit that out, though. Remember that time when Bad Bunny was wearing a jacket with the WWF logo on it on WWE TV?
Yeah.
I don't know if they allowed that or not.
I mean, I guess they blurred it out. I guess it depends on like where you're at or what show it is, or because I know on TV they're not going to let you just walk out like that. I mean,
Well,
it depends on if they know that you're going to be wearing it or not.
Well, right after when the WWE changed, when the WWF changed, well, back then, when it was the World Wrestling Federation, it was the World Wrestling Entertainment. After that, during the time, you guys, I don't know if you remember the WWE DVDs, they fogged out or blurred out the F logo.
Yeah.
And now, thanks to the
For legal
settlement,
purposes, of course.
yeah, but now thanks to settlements for long ago, all that, they decided to bring it back, but only, the classics, the reruns, all that. You understand what I'm saying, Mr. Jacobs, right?
Yeah, I totally do.
I mean, I know they're gonna blur it out though back in the old DVD days until they got the settlement done. I'm just tired of them blurring out the WWF logo. I mean, well, not now. I mean, back when
I mean, I think after a while you just get used to it. A lot of fans just get used to seeing that on their DVDs.
They can't say it, they can't see it, and I know they can't say WW like that. There was another thing going on in mine. Though, what was it? You guys remember? WrestleMania 2000? When I was watching the 10 top most erased WrestleMania moments, and they erased out the WWE Network version of WrestleMania 2000 when Ice-T came out doing the Godfather's theme.
Who's
Oh
Ice-T?
yeah. You never heard of Ice-T?
Ice-T?
He's an actor and also a rapper.
I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Law and Order SVU, Special Victims Unit. He plays as what's his name? His character's
His wife's name is Coco.
No.
His wife's name is Coco.
Finn.
Ben?
You were just talking about Ice-T, and I was just saying Ice-T's wife is named Coco.
I was watching, he's the guy who sings the Godfather's theme, Pippin ain't easy. Pippin ain't easy. That was
Yes.
That was from the WWF aggression.
We gotta isolate that, man. We gotta keep that.
Hey, say it again. Do it again.
I don't think it's not a good idea. And what Mr. Jacobs said, I think it's true, but I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, it's a good thing, bro.
One more time.
If that's all right with everyone, I just hope we don't get too carried away.
No, go ahead.
Pippin ain't easy. Pippin ain't easy.
I love it.
That was from the Aggression CD back in 2000.
I'm gonna quit that. That's funny.
Yeah, kind of like that though. I don't know if it sounds like that or what, but still to Ice-T and all that though, I apologize.
What's his name's? What is his name?
Ice-T. He was on Law and Order. Had a band called Cop Killers.
Oh yeah, I
Or
know.
Body Count. It was Body Count, not Cop Killers. Body Count. The
Yeah, I
song
know.
was they had a song
He's
called
also
Cop Killers.
he also plays as Detective Finn from Law and Order SVU.
Yeah, that's where I've seen him from. Like sometimes in the mornings, I'll have it on TNT and I'll be playing Law and Order, and he's on. I just didn't know his name, his actor name. Main
So let
event
me
is
tell you
awesome.
this. So I was listening. Recently, and my friend Earl. You guys seen him on the podcast a little bit occasionally. He knows his heavy metal song. And did you know? And I know we're not supposed to speak about music unless we have to, but did you know that Ice-T is not only a rapper, he's also in the heavy metal too.
That's what I was just saying. Body Count.
He also did a song with Megadeth. I think it's called what's that song? It was from the recent CD, The Sick, The Dying, and the Death.
I didn't even know he did a song with Megadeth. That's pretty badass though.
Let me see. I gotta figure out what the song is. Be right back.
So yeah, main event is Awesome Truth defending their World Tag Team Championships against the Judgment Day.
Wow.
How many
If you
times
would
they
tell me
gonna-
this was going to be the main event last year, yeah, you're bullshitting.
Night
I like
Stalkers. That's the song.
I mean, I really want new champions, but I really don't want Judgment Day belts again. I like Judgment
Anybody
Day.
but the Judgment Day.
I like Judgment Day, but they've already had 2 title runs.
Here we go. Here we go.
I mean, it's kind of different because Damian Priest and Finn Balor won them the last 2 times, and this time it's Finn Balor and JD McDuggan. It's kind of different, but it's still the same thing, really. Like we've already seen it. I'd rather see a new team win it, like the Creed Brothers or AOP or someone different.
I'll give you that though, Connor. Someone needs to win different besides the Judgment Day.
But I don't think it's done with Braun Strowman tonight.
I hope not. I hope he comes out and ruins the match for JD and Finn.
Well, Braun. Well, in case you haven't, as we said, Connor, the Judgment Day did cost Braun Strowman the match, so now it's Braun Strowman's turn to cost them the titles, their shot.
That would make the most sense to continue the rivalry. Oh, that was good. I mean, I know a lot of people might think that Awesome Truth is stale, but they can go pretty good in the ring still as a tag team. Especially our Truth for his age, he moves pretty good for his age.
Oh,
What are you doing?
here comes Daddy's girl.
See, I had a feeling she was going to come down.
Well, she's looking at Finn Balor right now.
You see what she's up to, though. You see what she's doing, though.
I don't know who she likes.
It's very subtle with her. What she's doing is she's trying to break down the whole Judgment Day just to piss Rita off. Really, this is really all about pissing Rita off.
Yeah.
Or she wants to take over the Judgment Day.
Mm.
I mean, because think about it. She said that she was going to take and destroy everything that Rita cared about, including the Judgment Day.
Well, that's why she calls it the Revenge Tour, and she wants revenge.
There you go. If you think about it, Rita turned on her years ago.
She could have the Judgment Day break out, but it made him strictly mad most to take away the group that she started.
But I mean, it's all justifiable, though. It's all justified. Liv has a very good reason for doing what she's doing, if you really think about it.
know what you mean.
This long story. This is long term storytelling. That's best.
Yeah.
Just like they did with Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, in a way, like this reminds me of a little bit of Edge and Matt Hardy a little bit. I
Kinda.
don't
So
think
yeah.
I don't think it's gonna even touch that feud or be better than it or even get close to it, but that kind of what it reminds me of. But it's got a lot of long term storytelling. When Rhea Ripley injured Liv Morgan, and now Liv Morgan these are like legitimate injuries that Rhea Ripley legitimately injured Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan legitimately injured Rhea Ripley. And she said that she wanted to take everything away from Rhea Ripley. And
It makes so much sense. I love it. It's like, she's like, you turned your back on me when I needed you the most, and now I'm gonna destroy you and everything that you love.
she could
It's
tear
awesome. It's great storytelling.
that
Great
whole entire
story, yeah,
Judgment Day
great
down.
storytelling. Just like they did with Shawn Michaels and Triple H, and they did it with let me Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, that's a good callback.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good.
I hope they
What
win
about
this.
I'm sorry. What about Triple H and Batista? They've been going at it for a long time.
Oh yeah, they revisited that in WrestleMania 35.
Mm-hmm.
It was 35.
Or what about? Oh, here's another one of my favorites. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon.
That's probably the best storytelling in wrestling history. There, probably.
I think so. Yeah. Well, I mean, what employee has never wanted to punch their boss in the face one good time? I mean, think about it. This is brilliant.
And then the
And here's
end
another.
the
Here's
feud.
another. Here, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, not even the end the feud, but him joining Vince McMahon.
That's
Him
what threw
joining,
the whole feud off. I was like, what the hell?
all those years, he hated that man. He drove him to hell. And
Here's
yeah,
here's another something storytelling, and it's real life too. And I know they had buried the hatchet. Shawn Michaels and Bret the Hitman Hart.
there wasn't even. I feel like it went. I feel like the backstage politics made it even bigger than it was.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Which
Sorry.
they, which they had a lot of good matches, but the Montreal Screwjob kind of. If they would have just built on that, but imagine if they put the Montreal Screwjob into the story and continued it.
Right.
But I
I
would
mean, if you
say Bret
think
Hart
about it.
did.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you can go.
I was gonna say, like, if you think about it, I mean, like that whole with that whole thing, people cared more about what was going on with the backstage politics than the match itself. Like the match itself is an afterthought these days. It was really what was going on backstage that people care about.
Yeah, they had a lot of good matches. Like they had a few matches against each other, and their match in Montreal was a good match, but it would the finish will always overshadow the entire match itself.
Yeah.
But if they wouldn't have fired him and they would have like taken the Montreal Screwjob and apply it to the story, they could have made a lot of money.
I think so.
I mean, they did make a lot of money back then, but with, Rock and Austin and Mr. Man and Austin and Triple H and Austin, Mick Foley and Austin, basically everything Austin, really.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. You got the Rock and Sock connection there, and The Undertaker and
Yeah.
Kane and DX, and there's some other stuff in there.
DX and the Heart Foundation.
Yeah. Damn. Hopefully you can get rid of her. That didn't look too
Oh,
good.
that looked rough.
One more.
Where is Braun Strowman? I thought he's gonna come out.
Oh,
We
he'll
got
be
5
coming
minutes
out.
left. Got 5 minutes left, so anything can happen in these next 5 minutes. That damn Dominic Mysterio. It's like 6-on-1. Carlito's out there with Morgan. Skull Crusher.
Wouldn't go there.
You son of a bitch.
Oh,
This this is like a handicap match. Where's our truth?
Whoa, that hurt.
He's pulling his hair. That's not cool.
that's not cool. That's not cool.
That was a good headbutt. Oh shit.
That one big SOB.
If only Pat McAfee was here. He running him out of the building. Liv Morgan's still out there, though. Is Carlito still out there? Or did he
Yep.
run out?
He's to that ringside.
Why didn't you run him out, Strowman?
Oh no, he's running. Yeah, he's running now.
Selena Vega's
I've never seen Carlito run that fast in my life.
Selena Vega's got to do something, man. John Cena. Why does he copy other people's moves all the time?
That's a good question.
See,
Oh man, I thought he was gonna go with "You Can't See Me."
he keeps doing it, and then it costs him in the long
Here
run.
it comes.
Yes. Yes, people. That was originally called FU.
Yep.
Dang. You were just sitting there.
Yep. Oh, this is getting real tense.
Y'all gonna lose this match. Or Truth, you can't be. He's got to come up with his own moves to win this match.
Oh, he's gonna go with the
Oh.
double 5-knuckle shuffle.
He's gonna do both. Or Truth. What the hell?
Oh.
He's wasting too much time.
Who's legal?
JD McDuggan falls out of
The
it.
truth is legal still. And I think I'm not sure. I think JD's a legal one.
Oh. Damn it.
But it's Finn.
They're going to win the tag titles back.
Oh no! Oh no!
I might
I love
be,
how manipulative Liv Morgan is becoming.
Damn it!
well, Judgment Day.
Ain't that a bitch?
Technically, it's not the same. It's still the Judgment Day, but the last 2 times it was Damian Priest and Finn Balor. It's kind of different.
Liv Morgan, man.
Like the only difference in it is it's Finn Balor and JD McDuggan, but it's still the Judgment Day. Braun Strowman didn't help out anyway.
No, he just chased off
Carlito
Carlito.
and Dominic, I think. And Zelina Vega.
Yeah, where was she?
You can't trust her.
Now I'm wondering if the Miz is going to turn on our truth. That's the question.
Yeah. Well, the Judgment Day reclaim tag titles.
Poor our truth. He's way too trusting.
Trusts everybody. He got himself He got them in this mess.
That's what I'm saying. I think the Miz is going to end up turning on him.
If it wasn't for him, they could still be tag champions.
This is BS. I know it's
I agree.
storyline. I know it's storyline, but that's a bunch of BS.
Well, your new tag team champs, Judgment Day.
Oh, great. Well, at least they ruined my night. But I love being on this podcast tonight. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, overall, I thought it was a really good show. I like the Drew McIntyre stuff, continuing that. The thing I enjoyed the most out tonight was Chad Gable winning tonight, and then but not even that. We got the tease with Chad Gable and the Creed brothers. After the backstage segment with Chad Gable and the Alpha Academy, they closed the door, and here comes the Creed brothers, Ivy Nile. I thought Braun Breaker and Kaiser was a good match. We set up for Money in the Bank. Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. One of the main things that everybody will be talking about from this episode is probably Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas's segment. Bo Dallas talking about Bray Wyatt and really getting deep into a lot of things that a lot of people probably didn't think they would get into that segment. The women's Money in the Bank qualifying match was good. Valkyria won that to advance. Got a lot of new stuff with the Judgment Day and Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's buying dominant PlayStations and sending pictures and winning the group gold in the main event. Wasn't for R-Truth. Sadly, they would still be tag champions, but he trusted. As Mr. Jacobs said, he trusts everybody too much. He trusts everybody. So he got him a title match against Judgment Day, and they lost. The Judgment Day are technically 3-time tag team champions, but the last 2 runs was Finn Balor and Damian Priest. This time it's Finn Balor and JD McDuggan. So it's technically a fresh team, technically.
Yeah.
Which JD McDuggan is a very good wrestler, and he deserves some type of gold. He's put a lot of good singles matches on. His matches with Ricochet was good. But yeah, well, what did you guys think about the episode tonight?
I think honestly, from top to bottom, it wasn't disappointing, and a lot of things or seeds, I guess you can say, have been planted, especially with Liv Morgan. I mean, he's becoming this manipulative, sociopath all of a sudden, and it's hilarious. And it's like she's just driven by revenge. That's all she cares about. She doesn't care about who she hurts throughout the whole thing, whose feelings get crushed. She just wants to hurt Rita in any way she can, and she's going through everybody that Rita cares about. And I think that's clever, clever storytelling. But from like I said, from top to bottom, it didn't disappoint for me. It didn't. It was great.
What about you, Chris?
That was not. How does Carlio say it? That was not cool. At the main event, though.
They pulled his hair.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing, though. I just hope the Awesome Truths are going to get their rematch, though. Their contract does. Sometimes the contract does state that they will get their rematch, and I do hope it's at Money in the Bank or maybe next Monday night. Who knows?
We never expected a tag title match tonight, so we could get one next week. We could get one at Money in the Bank.
Right.
I hope they don't break them up, though. Awesome Truth, because they don't really have many tag teams on Raw now. Well, they have a few. If they're teasing breaking up the New Day, they don't have Imperium anymore. They don't have Gable and Otis. They still have the Alpha Academy and Otis and Tozawa, but they kind of need Awesome Truth as a tag team. Like, they can't break up them and New Day. Like they got to keep one still around. And last but not least, we got Rollins and Damian Priest. a little bit more of a stipulation going into their match at Money in the Bank. We learned that if Seth Rollins loses at Money in the Bank, he can no longer challenge for the World Heavyweight title as long as Damian Priest is champion. So as long as if Damian Priest wins, as long as he's champion, Rollins can't challenge for it. But if Damian Priest loses, he has to leave the Judgment Day. So it kind of added a bigger stake to the match at Money in the Bank. But if I had to rate the episode, I would give it I give it an 8.8 out of 10. It was a very top to bottom, a very enjoyable show. There really wasn't a moment where it was kind of like dull, like super dull. There were segments better than others. Like the high points tonight was probably the Rollins and Priest segment, the Uncle Howdy stuff, the Braun Breaker stuff, Chad Gable. Yeah, I'll give it an 8.8 out of 10.
That's pretty fair. I think I'm gonna be right up there with you. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. It was an awesome show.
8.5.
I'm gonna have to give it. I'm probably gonna have to. I don't know. I know I can't. I know it's all you say that I can't get the same ratings as you guys. So I'm just gonna. Says Mr. Jacobs says 8.5 and Connor said 8.8. I'll just go somewhere. I'll just say about probably an 8.6 if that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. It's whatever you want.
Yes,
but let me tell you, but I just hope the Awesome Truth. I mean, I know Connor, you don't care about them winning the champions again.
I like Awesome Truth.
Well,
I like Awesome Truth, but I didn't want them to lose it tonight. I wish it was a different tag team that beat them, but.
Well, all I can say is I do hope they get the rematch and they get the win. If they can, whether it's next week or maybe it might be at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Normally in WWE they have a rematch clause. Normally they always do that. So
they did do that to Becky Lynch though. Like when as I said, when Liv Morgan won the match at I think when King and Queen of the Ring. You know.
Yeah, she got the rematch.
She decided to want a rematch, but this time in a steel cage.
Right.
So I gave it 8.8. You gave it an 8.5, right, Mr. Jacobs?
Yeah.
8.6 here.
Yeah, it was a pretty good episode. Last week, I did see a report that they were going to try to top last week's. I don't think it topped last week's episode, but it definitely continued the momentum. And like a lot of these stories, it continued the momentum. Like the Uncle Howdy stuff, the momentum was carried. Chad Gable, the momentum was carried. Like a lot of these stories, the momentum was carried. Like they're continuing the momentum. They're building on to these stories for SummerSlam and stuff like that. But yeah, really good episode. We'll possibly be back for SmackDown on Friday. I want to get back to doing our Sunday. I did it one time, but our Sunday SmackDown reviews. I want to get back doing that because I want to do that every Sunday, if possible. Yeah, we haven't done Raw in a while, and I thought it'd be great to do a Raw. We don't really have a weekly basis, but normally we've been doing just SmackDown every Friday. We did an NXT pay-per-view, but we're going to try to do some different content. As I said earlier, I'm debating on doing an early Survivor Series predictions card. I was predicting the whole card, since that's what everyone's talking about. Yeah, definitely subscribe down below. This channel's over 1,000 subscribers. We're at 1,180 subscribers. You can stop growing on YouTube. So definitely subscribe down below if you guys haven't. Turn on the notification bells. And definitely check out our Facebook account. That's where we'll post our promotional material of what we're doing before we do it. So if we're doing something and you want to watch, you'll get a reminder on our Facebook. And you'll get a second reminder if you turn on the notification bells. And also check out Mr. Jacobs' Twitch account in the link description below. He does Twitch streams every Saturday night, I believe. Maybe doing a lot of 2K24, WWE 2K24. You've done GTA, done a lot of different games on there. So if you're into gaming content, wrestling, or there's any gaming content, definitely go check out Mr. Jacobs. His Twitch account in the link in the description below. Everything that I'm mentioning, all the links are in the description below. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All I've got to say. Does anyone else got anything before we sign off?
Thanks for joining us.
Don't forget to sign up, or not sign up. Don't forget to sign petition for Brian Pillman to be in the Hall of Fame. Way overdue.
Oh,
That's
I
right.
agree.
If anyone's watching this after it's over, I'll put the petition link in the description below as well. To go sign that. But yeah, we'll see you guys this Friday, possibly for SmackDown.
Peace.